mean, I'll be around.
Yeah, he'll be available.
Yeah, I mean, look, it will make do, you know.
I can listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
It'll be okay. And like honestly, if you cannot make it through things and you are comfortable with it, I can always give Nick access to your character sheet, and he could temporarily run Irini as well as Big Tune if needed.
true.
I would trust you more than him.
Oof.
Also true.
I mean, in
We
fairness though,
played-
how is he going to roleplay someone being the motherly figure to him while he's trying to scarf down milk when he really wants to scarf down milk?
So that's actually bad. Yeah.
Yeah. How is he gonna like educate himself?
Yeah, you got a point. Maybe in those instances, I should probably take care of Irini. Okay. Jonathan, are you good to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had that one little Brown of the Super Bowl moment, and then we're all good now.
Ew.
Okay.
All right. That was.
Hey, they gotta
I'm
get their Super Bowl
nauseous, man.
somehow.
Yeah.
Only
Don't-
time they'll get there.
They'll find other ways, I'm sure. In the future, beyond our lifetimes. So who has a good memory to remind us of the things that happened the last time we played? According to Clark, 13 days, 21 hours ago.
Yes, exactly.
Never me.
Sounds like
Ben-
she wants to
Ben,
step
in
up to the plate.
theory, almost TPK'd the entire party, but what was it? We discovered that Cephic's head is still emitting necrotic or some sort of
Yeah.
aura, messing with Big Tune
Sleep.
because he's the one that's holding it.
We're in the tundra.
Ben, or Athros, trying to be a good guy, casted Sleep, which apparently also has a 20-foot radius effect, and did a lot of damage to a whole lot of people.
Well,
Eh.
We took shifts in sleeping. I think it was Big Tune, myself, and one other. I think it was Atina, maybe, that was with us. Irene, Athros, and oh no, we're outside keeping guard. We are off the trail in between Caradenal, Dwarven Valley, and the East Way, making our way up the mountain. Oh, and then we all magically remembered that it was not 150 gold pieces for the party, it was 150 gold pieces per person for killing Cephik. So
Yeah. A little bit of a difference.
Yeah, it definitely gave validity to keeping the head around instead of just disposing of it in a ditch somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we're trudging through the tundra, doing our best to get to this.
yeah, I had a bad dream.
You had
Sleepy
bad
dream.
dreams. That's
I had bad
right.
sleepy times.
You had bad dreams. That's right. All the more reason why we need to rotate this head.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, who is currently holding it right now? I think
I believe you took it from me.
I have it. Okay, cool. Sick.
Oh,
I am-
yeah, you
I
have
got
it.
my inventory.
you have it, and Big Tune wanted to take his giant sword through it.
Oh yeah, you were ritual casting on it.
Oh yeah. I am like hovering over it. I'm like, no.
Yeah, as I said,
no.
I believe we cut it off as I was lifting my blade, and you're like, no, please, no.
Yeah, no. Don't. We need this. This is how we get payday.
Was your ritual cast the detect magic, or what were you ritual casting?
I was doing. Yes.
Okay, so
What about it?
I was just making
No, not
sure.
you. Now I'm outwardly answering Jonathan because I'm like leaning away from my my computer. I will ask. I will ask Jonathan in a moment. Hold on. Yes, I did a ritual cast of. Hold on. I will do. I did a. Sorry. I think I did it. I think I did it actually in the play. Play log. Let me scroll back real quick. Prestidigitation, mess load of blankets. Maybe I didn't.
Oh, because it happened right before we.
Yeah, maybe I didn't cast it in a
Oh
thing.
no, you didn't have to ritual cast it because of your once
my-
your once per day
Yeah,
your scribe
My
thing.
daily. Yeah, that's what I was looking. That's why I grabbed my Tasha's book. Yes, because I did my daily. Cast a wizard spell as a ritual. You can use the spell's normal casting time rather than adding 10-minute slot. And I can't do it until we do another sleep. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, so that's how you figured that it had the necrotic energy emanating about it.
Yes, it was oozing necrotic energy.
So, as everyone's been able to take a long rest, it would be early morning. It occurs to me that my time is missing. Weird. So if we don't have accurate time today, it's because I don't want to go through and find it right now.
No worries.
But it'd be about, I guess it depends on how early people want to wake up. I would say usually about 6 a.m. Seems like a reasonable time period.
I mean, if we did like normal bedtime.
Because we did shifts last session, 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna bother me. I'm gonna find my freaking calendar again.
That's cool. No worries. I'm still.
It does say 5 a.m. right now.
There he is.
I mean, yeah, it depends. I guess depends on how quickly it would get light.
Yeah, so there's two different stretches of about 2 hours in the day that the day gets light, between 6 and 8 a.m. and then usually between 4 and 6 p.m.
Okay. Yeah. I would think right around this time is probably when it starts to brighten up a little bit, which might be enough for us to wake up. If not 6 o'clock for sure.
I stretch my arms and I look down at the creepy septic head and I look at my pouch and my bag and stuff. Question, God.
Answer.
Is
person.
the box locked to me, or do I still have access to open this box?
The Pezrian puzzle box?
Yes. Is it like I would where this when discovering when we open the box, did it close immediately? Do I have access to open and close it at will? Would you like me to make rolls for it?
I would like you to make an investigation check.
Yes. I'm gonna guide myself.
So, and I'll tack on background information for this too. When you pulled the scroll out of the box before, the box itself did close, and the mechanical tumblers did lock, but the magical ones never reactivated. So for you, while the box is locked, because you've unlocked it before, it would not take much for you to unlock it. There's no magic emanating like actively as if it's magically locked like it was the first time. So for you yourself, you feel you'd be able to unlock it relatively easily.
Okay. With that being said, off of this investigation check, could I have deduced, or would you like me to make another check to see whether or not I could put something in and take something out of the box and it not be harmed? Or trigger the box to magically lock, or etc., etc.
I want to make sure I heard you correctly. Are you trying to magically relock the box if you were to put something inside it, or you're trying to deduce if you can even put something inside it, or both?
Latter. I want to try to put something in the box and safely retrieve it from the box. I'm fully testing the parameters of this box. Like,
okay.
As I wake up, my book is glowing. I lean straight up. I grabbed it out of the thing. I'm sitting in the snow, and I'm like, all right, can we use this?
I want you to, alongside this investigation check, make an Arcana check.
Sick.
I'll let the investigation carry along with it.
Wicked. Allotting another guidance as well, yes?
Yes, I'll give it to you.
Bloosh. Wow, that was rough. Okay, I'll take middle of the road.
You're unsure of exactly the parameters on what items might be able to go in and out safely without being destroyed, but you do feel that you should for sure at least be able to re-add items to the box without further testing and like putting items into, run experiments on whether or not you can. You can't really deduce much more magically from like beyond that, but you feel that you would be able to magically relock the box by spending some of your arcane energy.
Yeah, okay. So I can mechanically open it, no problem. If I want to magically lock it, unlock it, I can choose to do so. Is what what Ono is kind of feeling. I take Cephic's head. I open the box, and I jam Cephic's head in the box, and I close the box. Take it, and that is when I exhale my morning breath.
Okay.
So what rolls do I need to do, God?
And okay, are you trying to magically lock the box then?
No, I'm
Okay.
gonna leave it unlocked at this time. But I assume this is like me assuming like, oh no, is assuming I look around. Nobody knows that I can or cannot magically unlock or lock this box. So what they assume is that, when anyone sees me play with this box, I have to be doing magic because the people who saw me open it knew that it was required magically for me to do that.
Yes. So, yeah, as you mechanically unlock the box, it opened. You see once again each of the corners eject out into that 2x4 square rectangle space. You're easily able to put Cephic's head into that small void within the box, and then able to, with the fiddling of like one of the corners, the box itself, you're able to make it compress once again into its original shape and mechanically lock it. No problem.
Atheros, I put the creepy head in the box. Check it out. And I like lift it up.
I grab the box and throw it on the ground.
No, it's fine now. It's fine.
No more box fun?
Well, I mean, no, I have the fun. I mean, I have the scroll in my pouch. We can look at that later, but now at least
Box doesn't
for
go
the mean,
boom?
the box is technically good.
But I want to smash the box.
Atheros, while I would absolutely love to see you actually do that, I physically don't think it's possible, and that's not saying anything against you. This
Sounds like a
box,
challenge.
this is not a challenge. This isn't the milk thing. I swear. Like grab the box and put it back in my pouch.
Contested strength check?
I mean, I'm definitely gonna lose unless you roll a nat 1.
Go for it.
So just ability check. Normal roll.
Yep.
Holy crap! Holy crap! I should have done a dex check, but yeah, I hit. No, we can play with it later, and I like jam it in my pouch.
Fine.
Absurd levels of strength coming from Ono.
I am kind of stocky. For a rock gnome, I've got a weird frame. I'm cut a little weird. And I kind of
It's a little different.
yeah, I kind of smirk when I say that, and then I pull my mask up. All right, and then I flash everybody with nice warmth, bringing everyone's body temperature back up. I get a nice tasty breakfast of our rations, warm those up, and all right, let's. Anybody want to make like a check on what direction I'm looking around. I obviously don't see any tracks because it snowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so are we...
You guys are essentially in a man-made, because you all were sleeping in here, a little grotto at this point, as snow has covered in both the tracks that you made to get here, as well as there is deep snow in the direction maybe that you were heading, or planning on heading this morning.
I also pull out the metal wire from my pouch and kind of begin tinkering with that as well, while we're preparing for the morning.
Okay.
Are we gonna need some like new survival checks? I'm
Oh,
assuming?
absolutely. Two people make survival checks for me.
Yeah,
I-
I'm
I tap-
proficient. So.
I tap whoever. I tap you, Big Tune, with a guidance.
I'll give myself guidance.
Sick.
Okay.
It failed me.
Hey!
Take it.
Those are both good rolls.
For a 6, ended up being a 15.
Yeah, I'd
Hell
say
yeah.
that's pretty dang good.
Yeah, like that's a fucking great spread.
So the two of you, after while everyone's kind of getting ready to, like they're packing up their items for the morning. Atina, packing up a small bag that she had laying out for just general resting. You determine the direction that you need to go, heading a bit more northwest towards towards what you believe to be the Dwarven Valley, based off of the trajectory of the sun right now. And whoever decides to lead the party, I just always, for some reason, assume it's going to be Big Tune trudging ahead above everybody else.
I mean, you do make a really good like snowplow.
Yeah.
In a good sense.
Yeah.
You guys begin trudging through the snow. Time itself, because of this deep snow, what you feel you'll be able to cover standard on foot, you feel you're covering about a fourth of that pace as you are trudging through between 2 to 3 feet. Oh no, if he's not riding on somebody or riding on his stilts, would be having a very not great time unless he's walking in other people's footprints.
I think today, if Big Tune does not mind, I think for us to keep pace with time and everything, I would be on his shoulders.
Absolutely. You can be like the pirate on the top of the main mast. With the little spyglass.
I'm definitely, anytime I see Big Tune kind of do like the hand over eye thing visual, I'm like, yeah, you got this, bud. Just, and like I tap him on the shoulder doing guidance. Like I'm trying to encourage them. I'm ultimately trying to, like, anytime there's a gust of wind, I'm using my prestidigitation to kind of clear the at least like gentle 5-foot cube around his head so that he has some semblance of clarity. So at least in the event that he has to make a perception check next, that will be me offering him the help action.
Okay.
So I'm like switching between guidance and help actions.
Okay. Passive perceptions. Does that just, was it 10 plus your dex mod, or how does that calculate it? I can never remember.
Your perception is based off of your wisdom modifier, so it's 10
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Wisdom
plus
modifier.
plus your proficiency, and then the modifier, or plus, no, I think just the modifier itself. Is it the
No,
proficiency?
yeah, mine's with the.
Yeah, if you're proficient in the skill, you get your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, so mine's 16.
Yeah, mine's 13.
Mine is 15.
Nick.
And I'm not proficient in it.
Damn.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I can see it.
Like, I look at you looking like an eagle eye just as much as Big Tune and I are being eagle eyes, and I'm like, I gotta make you goggles.
Alright, give me just 1 second.
That's what I imagine you're doing right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yeah, when there's not a huge gust of wind, I am like kind of tucked behind you, like gently, just like not really tinkering, but like kind of stretching and forming one of the wires out, like kind of in a weird large horseshoe shape. Yeah.
Okay. Athros and Ono, as you are, well, I'm especially Ono, but Athros is a decently tall fellow. I like to imagine, I could be wrong. As you're trudging through this deep snow, you two would be not that far behind Big Tune. I mean, Ono riding on his shoulders. And at, I don't know, probably about an hour or so into your trudging, you've made maybe, let me see, distance per hour. you're within that first hour or so. You've maybe made it about with snowshoes. You'd be looking at about maybe 3/4 to maybe half a mile from your starting camp, and you see in this snow itself, not directly in front of you, maybe off to the side about 15 feet, two sets of large, like two, what looks like another path carved through this like deep snow, a bit bigger in size than Big Toon's path that he's been carving for the party. You see farther up on the hillside, a larger carving of snow spread, lots and lots of different small but like thin footprints, which you in your travels could kind of deduce, especially since you've left Bryn'shander, to be some form of herd of deer or deer-like creature. But the between you and that large, the large beatdown of snow, the trampling of hoof prints, you see two sets of large, like essentially plowed snow, bulkier than what Big Toon pushes.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So then, yeah, I definitely make the eye contact with Aethros. I'm like, we should probably switch gears, and it kind of is running along the same track that we're walking. Yes.
That is correct. They seem to be following the, because you're walking parallel to this like herd of deer's prints in the snow, and they seem to be following that parallel line as well.
Yeah, then yeah, I would definitely make the suggestion to the group as Aethros and I are kind of like, yeah, like we can kind of ride these tracks and at least see what we're tracking, because it looks more promising and we could cut a little bit of strain and struggle.
Yeah, I mean, I would certainly move to start walking in that in those tracks, especially considering it'll probably make us faster.
As soon as like he starts to move in that direction, I'm looking for whatever tree line would become difficult to be like for us to see oncoming danger. I'm looking ahead at like the path ahead, just makes sure like, are we like 10 feet behind them? Are we 20 feet behind them? Are we a mile of like that's what I'm looking at while I'm on their his shoulders.
So looking at, could I have you make me a survival check once just to kind of gauge those
Sure.
prints?
For sure. I'm gonna guide the shit out of myself. Okay. Yeah.
As you're looking this over and trying to kind of gauge how long ago did these the deer themselves and like these prints that you're going to be trekking in walk through here, you estimate that it's probably been maybe an hour or two. There's a bit of snow starting to fall now that you didn't have when you first woke up, overcast in the sky, and but you gauge that it's probably been about an hour since they've passed through here, based on the consistency of the snow that you can see.
We should be all right. Like these, the things that look like glistening ice streaks, that's probably from their saliva. It's definitely frozen over, but not covered. So yeah, we probably are like 45 minutes to an hour 15 behind them. Thumbs up.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, keep going then, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, this is kind of going along the way. I mean, honestly, they should make it easier, at least in the hard patches of, like, what would be considered the more already compacted snow, plus this huge track mark. That's kind of odd, but cool. Yeah, let's keep going.
So, you keep trudging forward, walking in this easier path, and you find that your travels, I would say, increase significantly. Instead of maybe moving at about a fourth of your normal pace, you're able to pick that up to maybe half of a standard walking pace. So you've doubled your your speed at this point in time. Still not as nice as what you would like it to be, but what do you expect in the wilderness? As you
roughing it.
you're coming over this this sort of like I don't know what you want to call it. You're cresting the side of a hill, and the snow is now coming down a bit harder. Not blizzard-like weather, just heavy snow. The wind not really a concern at this time. And you crest the top of this hillside. The sun itself getting ready to disappear out of the sky, maybe only having about a half an hour worth of time left. You see two shapes off in the distance. As you crest this hillside, they're down at the bottom of the hill. A large black silhouette and a smaller object you can kind of see off in the distance. You don't see like a herd of deer or anything like that. The tracks from the deer and the path that you're walking in continue down this hillside to these two objects. Are you going to proceed?
Hold on 1 second. Real quick, out of game. We all got a long rest. I can take a long rest because I just want to make sure.
Yes, everybody got a long rest last night.
Except for
Big Tune.
Except for Big Tune, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody, we all take note. Kind of take a second. Can I help? Who's got the better perception?
It's gonna be me.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I kind of be like, Big Tune, settle up to Aethros real quick, and I kind of like do the same thing I've been doing to Big Tune's vision and help clarifying it so that Aethros can take a better look. I'm gonna give you the help action to do a perception check if you want to go ahead and guide yourself on this perception roll. Okay. Okay. No, that's fine. That's good.
So, looking down to the bottom of this hillside here, it seems to be some form of inlet. The mountain itself, Kelvin's Cairn, seems to have a split going up the middle. That seems very much more recognizable now as possibly your entryway into the Dwarven Valley than what it was before. But sitting right in front of you in this inlet, the inlet itself being a couple 100 feet wide, if not more, you see this large object as you're kind of focusing in on what it could be. It almost looks like it's some form of wagon, which kind of is surprising to you. But without going up closer to it, you're about 60 to 100 feet away right now. It's just on the edge of your vision with the way the snow is. And you have 120 feet for dark vision, don't you? Or is it
300?
300 feet. Okay, so
God, yes.
I keep forgetting that. So you're able to see. It looks like some form of wagon, but the other object at this distance, it's hard to make out exactly what it is, but it doesn't look like it's moving. It doesn't seem to be any form of like animal that you can see. This just seemed kind of out of place in this location. Seeing you see that as I said before, the tracks that you're in go down into this inlet, but you can't really see, I guess, given that it's white on white, where they turn off, if they turn off somewhere. That would require you to continue moving as a group. But yeah, those are the items that you kind of see right now out in this opening.
Yeah, I point over to where the wagon is and say, "Wagon that way," and then
Is it?
I point to the other thing, like other thingy over there.
You guys want to just go straight up down there? Or you guys want to like?
absolutely.
You guys want to take it easy? Do you guys want to like? See if it's
Breakfast?
dangerous? Yeah, I mean, I thought the rations were enough. We can definitely have second breakfast. I'm okay with that. I have cousins in the north that did that.
Second breakfast?
Yeah, they're weird. It's a weird thing.
I mean,
More of a
like the idea.
halfling thing, but jeez.
I have second breakfast.
Cast rations.
I prestidigitate whatever meat ration he's eating real quick to make it warmer.
So are you? I might have misheard. Are you guys heading down towards the wagon area, or are you just popping up second breakfast like on top of this hillside.
So I guess they're eating real quick, and then while they're eating, I'm gonna
Need
take that
walk.
as okay. I'm just gonna try something real quick, and we're just gonna see how this works. I pull out a piece of paper, like tear off a section real quick, and apparate a kind of glowing purpley blue quill, and write on it, "Are you danger?" Question mark. Purposely writing "Are you danger?" in common. And I take a second and let the paper fold itself into a tiny crane, and I send it straight down to the wagon.
Okay. So you use your wonderful origami cantrip to.
Of course, you gave it to me. I have to use
Oh
it.
no, I'm smiling right now. I'm totally okay with that.
Hell yeah. And then I pop my quill out of existence, and I go, all right, while you guys are snacking, we're just going to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just snacking. I'm not even full on second breakfast.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I finish writing my note, and I warm up your food.
All right. So as your note goes, you see it take off kind of down, almost like exiting your vision because it's so small.
Of course. Yeah, only a tiny piece of parchment.
And you can tell that it. You just wanted to. Where did you want it to land? Just down by the wagon, or
So essentially, yeah, I want to kind of hit if we know it's a wagon, and I'm going to safely assume what we're approaching will be its backside, so its front side. I'm mentally trying to direct it to hit what would be like the carriage seat.
okay.
And then if it lands there and someone reacts, cool. Because that's it. Once it hits the destination, it becomes inert, guys. So hopefully someone reads my paper and sees what happens. But
We won't know if they read it.
so I mean, I only wrote that "Are you danger?" on purpose. Like, they could either be like, "I'm not in danger," or "I'm not a dangerous person," or "I'm definitely in danger. I'm about to mug you." Or maybe they don't know how to read at all, and we're gonna watch something scamper away, or nothing's gonna happen after a minute, and we just approach it anyway.
We gotta be looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Alright.
keep eating though, but I mean, if you want to look at it, I'll
I'll
definitely
put my
help you
picture
look.
book away.
No. Read your picture book. I'm not gonna stop you. I mean, you get. Oh man, that's because you're on the best chapter. Now they're talking about the divination realm and everything. This is like the best because there's all the fun pictures there. I'm not gonna stop you.
As you feel your crane has reached its destination,
Kind of perk up.
I guess at the immediate moment there doesn't seem to be any response. Are you going to wait for a certain period of time, or what is your plan?
I'm gonna give it like a good 4 minutes before I've already got more parchment out, and I do apparate my quill one more time, and I go, we can head down. I'm gonna write another note in very bold script, uncommon. Can you spark flame? And I am gonna shoot that down, and I go, all right, we can start walking. We're gonna see what happens.
Sounds good to me. Take off.
Alright.
Still chomping on my food.
All right.
When we start heading out, I actually want to give my vigilant blessing to Oh No.
Oh,
So
wait.
then
I want to be
you-
specific. I'm not sending a crane this time. I'm making a paper dog.
in that case, Aethor starts chasing the dog.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I'm gonna give you vigilant blessing.
Oh, sick.
So you basically just get advantage on
Yeah.
your next initiative roll.
Woo! Sick.
Okay. So you're. Let's see. I gotta scroll back up here once. Okay, your dog.
So
10 feet.
Now I assume since it's a little paper dog, it doesn't need a trudge. It can run across the
Yeah,
top of the snow.
Because it's made of paper, it can run on top of the snow.
Yeah.
So like you said, we're like just coming up to the mouth of the valley.
Yeah, so like you're on the hillside cresting this valley like inlet.
Okay.
So what you believe, or what Aethros could see and speculate if he chose to, as the entryway into the Dwarven Valley.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Like, as we're walking down, I kind of look over at Arini and I go, "All right, so like this is the cool part, because like if we, if someone's alive down there and they happen to get the dog, they're gonna be like, oh, it's a very cute puppy." And then they'll read the note. Hopefully, they know how to read common. And then they'll be like, "I may have flint and steel." And then they'll do it. Or the dog's gonna bark.
Oh, that'd be so cool if the dog barked.
That would be so freaking cool if the dog barked, right? I mean, we would have to get into a fight, but I mean, ultimately, that would be dope.
But like, bark, bark.
Wait,
What?
flirt, flirt, flirt.
If
So
I'm close enough to hear that, when she just says bark, bark, I'm like, just the slightest little flinch.
That's right. I forgot. Yeah, Victor might be sensitive to dogs.
among other things.
Oh my god.
So were you sending your dog to go the full distance?
Well, yeah, I'm having him go to the exact same spot. I'm mentally telling it go straight to the driver's seat.
Okay, so your dog kind of takes off slightly ahead of the party as you have to trudge through snow a bit. The dog itself can run on top. Once again, you feel it reach its destination, but it does not
Nothing
give off a barking noise.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. No, I mean this could be an abandoned cart, or this could be an abandoned cart by multiple reasons. They're alive somewhere else, dead somewhere else, dead there, or alive there. I mean, honestly,
mean-
they could be hiding under the cart, and I'm just misdirecting the mail.
How do we know this isn't the cart of the dwarves?
Again, 100% true. I would assume at this point we're still walking down into the valley. We're getting closer to it, like.
Yeah, so I would say you're now about halfway to the cart from that top of that hillside. It's pretty easy to see the inlet, like, the Dwarven Valley itself, the large, like, carving or cutting into the sides of the mountain. And the valley itself, like, the sides of this mountain, what you can see at this distance, I mean, the bottom where you are to the top of each of these sides is easily a couple hundred feet high. So it's a humongous distance and height beyond this inlet here. As you enter this under the flat surface at the bottom of this hillside, the wind does begin to pick up a little bit as it seems to be pouring down from the valley itself, channeled through that crevice. And the snow that you've had before is once again beginning to pick up. Not blizzard-like you had the night before. Your visibility seems to be not nearly as affected. But it's a different environment from what you were walking in, I
So
suppose.
then I kind of tug Big Tune and I go, "Saddle closer to Athros." And I kind of go and get as close as I can to Athros and clear his vision as best as I can. And I kind of like, "You should scan the perimeter just in case." And I'm
Alright.
giving you the help action.
If I'm next to him, can I also take a look?
I can't give you
No, I know.
oh yo.
Beautiful.
I mean, I encourage you to roll, but yeah.
1 second.
I see everything and yet say nothing.
Yeah. No, come on, man.
I was really hoping I'd get a nat one.
Oh damn. You find the one piece
Like
of
you put,
frozen poop.
like, no, like when you push all of the stuff out of his vision into my vision.
Yeah. That's I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just the way that my magic dissipates.
You just
It's
don't
just-
realize it.
Yeah, like I'm clearing left to right and not realizing up and down are an option.
As you, Athros, take a look around, as you the party approaches the wagon itself, you see you don't see any hostile creatures. You see some bloodstains in the snow, and starting from the wagon itself, being pulled off into the distance. It seems that something hostile happened here at one point. The snow not fully covering up the redness of the blood, and you see, I would say on the passenger side of the wagon, if we go off of car terminology, there is a arm kind of dangling in the snow.
Is
Where?
this where dude got hurt?
Is this our cart, bud? Is this that could be the remnants of I have his name right here. Hold on, give me a second. His is the remnants of that's dog.
Dopey, I think.
No, not Dopey. He had a nice name that should be honored appropriately. Not Devessa. That's
I'm sleepy.
Eliza works. Hold on, I totally have it. Oddbach or Udbik or Udbach? Oddbach?
Ubak.
Odbach. Yes.
Ubak.
Yes, he shall be honored because yeah, he was torn limb from limb. Is this our cart?
As you I cannot not give you more. For your crit success, you see off on the side that object that you couldn't recognize before seems to be a smaller sled of sorts with a few ingots on it and two large, like thick, what look to be wheel or like sled tracks heading off northward, but you can't see what it was. You can't make out the shape of the item other than it's making its own tracks and heading northward from this location. It appears that this was where the sled
came to rest.
Yeah.
Is it so then? Quick question. While my paper became inert, my magical quill and pen ink is still illuminated, very much like that, like iridescent blue and pink. And Aethros should see it glow if we're looking at the front of the cart. So are we looking at the front or the rear of the cart?
I would say you are closer to the front of the cart. You'd be looking at the front of the cart.
Yes.
So they were on their way back.
Yeah. So we should close the distance and definitely investigate the crap out of this. And then I've got to do some tinkering if we can still get this puppy to move. And then we got to see if the payload's still on here. And then we got to see if we can pick up the body pieces. Maybe not all in this specific order. I'm like humming and massaging your mane right now. I'm so excited.
I say, are we close enough that we're all kind of seeing this at this point, or is it still just Aethros?
I would say at this point you're all relatively close to the cart, and you can make out, or Aethros could make out, the small sled with a couple ingots on it.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say.
But like you all know, like if Aethros chooses to, because Aethros is a loose cannon, he could tell you where the sled with the a few ingots are, if you wanted to.
That's what I was.
Aethros,
Yeah.
Information I was looking for.
Yeah, I would be like, hey, some little people are trying to take the iron from the sled or the cart.
What?
Yeah, don't you see the little sled over there?
Yeah, and that does
Okay.
not look like all of the stuff we need.
Okay, so let's close the distance. We got business to get to.
I might have I mean, it's up to Aethros, but I might have miscommunicated. There's no hostile life that you can see.
Oh, okay, cool.
By the other cart, it just appears to be like there was a smaller cart that was dispatched from this wagon, and whatever came by with much larger tracks had taken most of the payload off of this cart, and you see tracks often like that went off the opposite direction.
Okay, but just for BS, can I just roll a quick insight to see if Aethros is fucking with us, or just like he really doesn't know?
Sure, I don't care.
Okay, sick. Let's just see. Okay, yeah, no, there's probably not. Let's just go. Let's approach. There's probably not little people stealing. I feel like that's a.
Well, there's the little cart with.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh.
I'm like massaging Big Tune. Like, let's go, kitty. Come on, this is awesome. Let's go.
I'll go ahead. Walk
All right.
up.
So on the cart itself, as you trudge over, let me actually gauge the distance here so I give you an accurate measurement. It's about 150 or so feet away, within easily seeable for Athros. You're able to make your way over to the cart. You find about 50 ingots.
Oh, okay.
Still left on the cart itself.
Okay.
And
but
then
this definitely looks less.
Yeah, you would then be able to see the bulky tracks that had come up towards said sled, I suppose, and there's areas of snow that are less filled in than others, and then at once the cart itself seems to have disappeared off into the distance. Whatever had stopped in this location has been gone for a little while.
So if
Looks like we're gonna need to follow those tracks.
Can I, real quick, just so I have prepared math for this. One ingot is probably about are these standard size, like possibly 400 ounce ingots, or 200 ounce ingots? What would be traditionally like a smaller kind of like palmable size ingot?
They would be the smaller size.
The smaller size. So okay, so I do outward math outside, and I'm like, okay, we're missing a shit ton of money. There's a lot missing here. Is that? Yeah.
We call this a regular ton.
Well,
much like
no.
a
Okay.
shit ton.
I mean, so we're technically looking at 50 right here, but there should probably be closer to, like, if by my guesstimation, he said 287 ingots. We're missing a lot of ingots here, boys and girls.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We don't even have a ton here. There's no way we can bring back just this little bit.
Yeah, no, they're going to be peeved. Okay. I do a full-blown, like, CSI investigation on this piece.
Okay, go ahead and begin your investigation.
Give me un momento.
Oh boy.
I'm going to guide myself real quick. Investigation, guidance, bloop, bloop, bloop. Womp, womp, womp. Okay. I'm really excited. I've got my notes out. I'm preparing stuff. I'm literally going through my notes and being like, yeah, like doing math right now.
And just refresh me, just because I was being sneaky on some rolls. What are you just investigating the card in general, or what are you specifically trying to investigate?
So yeah, I'm definitely, I would say even with this nat roll, I would want to look for like where the tracks went, everything else. But now with that nat 1, I'm literally like, I'm investigating the cart to see if we can get this baby to run. I am trying to figure out, is this thing still drivable? Can we move it? That's because with this nat 1, I'm so distracted. I've done the math. We're missing 237 ingots. I definitely think we could put those back on here if we get them all back. I'm like doing math outside. My pen and parchment are going crazy.
As you are doing this investigation, Irini, you hear some form of muffled but loud noise off in the distance. It sounds like something is roaring.
I guess I would turn to whoever's closest to me and be like, "Did you hear that?"
I would say
I don't know who's by me.
Either Ebrin or maybe Bictoon would probably be the two closest to you. Unless Athros is just hanging out while Ono is doing his investigation. Then it could be anybody except for maybe Ono.
Well, I didn't hear nothing.
No, I actually want to go look and find that arm that I saw a while ago, or when we were coming up to the cart. Find that, and then I was wondering if I could do like a medicine check on the blood to see what type of blood it is.
Okay, so you're gonna investigate, like the arm and over by the wagon and stuff like that.
Yeah. But could I use medicine to check like the type of blood it is?
Yeah, you could roll a medicine check for that.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'd probably be looking around since no one else heard it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, where did you hear this from? I didn't hear it.
Wait, what's Ebron doing?
I'm curious if the group actually got everybody up this morning, or if I'm gonna Kevin McAllister the group.
Don't do that. Come on. I made you breakfast.
Yeah, you're just brooding in
Yeah,
the back.
that's on you to get up.
Yeah.
You
I
definitely
had a
would have heard us
great
moving
night's
around.
sleep. I took a nice long rest. I didn't
Yeah.
hear anything. I
You
had some
definitely would have heard
interesting
us
dreams.
I
We literally talked.
warmed you. I warmed you up. I warmed up your breakfast. I gave you. We were all talking. I did the box right in front of you so you would stop nudging me.
In fact, yeah, you would have heard the struggle between Athros and Ono.
Yeah, like we did that right in front of you while you were noshing on a biscuit. Okay.
Well, even if he was
So-
still sleeping, he still would have heard it.
I would like to roll investigation for the sled to try to help. Oh no. And then a perception check for Arini as well, considering I'm next to those two.
Well, I already failed my check, bro.
I would say since you'll have to focus on one or the other. You could help Ona with his investigation, or you could perceive what Arini is hearing.
Help Arini.
I'm-
I'm consumed.
Well, my investigation I'm proficient in, and my perception's not the best.
Whatever you would like to do.
Live your life.
Well, that didn't help either way.
You both feel in your investigation, as time is going on here, that you will be able to... This sled that you found will be able to carry the weight of the ingots. Though you're unsure how it got this far away on its own, it feels as though with that kind of weight that it should have something pulling it generally. And you don't see any form of life of what might have been pulling this sled out this far. At least in the recent last couple days. Athros, as you are investigating the arm, you find the arm that's hanging out by the wagon, and you can deduce using your medicine check that it appears to be dwarvish blood.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you were looking for with that check?
Nope, just want to make sure if it was the dwarves or not.
Okay. Irini,
Would I know where it came from?
You heard it coming
Or
from
general direction?
from where you are, since you are, I'm gonna say, for sheer mathematical purposes, you are on the south side of this sled. You've heard it coming from the northwest, so a little farther up in the inlet where you guys, I guess, are right now. Maybe, let me look once. Let me give you some distance.
I look over at Ebron and I'm like scribbling. So we're currently at 4,558 pounds, minus the 4 dwarves that we have to bring back. Unless we count bringing back the bodies, then that kicks it up a couple pounds because I don't know the guesstimation between, body part weight and possible snow and ice.
If I hear this, I toss the arm over to Ono. If that's not what an arm weighs.
Okay, hold on. I'm doing the math to weigh it.
How much does this weigh?
I'm like weighing it in my hand, and like a pair of like really ridiculously small spectacles have like rested itself on my nose as I'm like doing some eyeball math right now, and as my quill is like scribbling on a piece of paper without me touching it.
Irini, you estimate that you have a rough estimation, just because you rolled good on your perception, that I would say within about 200 feet. It's muffled because of the wind from the valley, but you feel as though it's something you might want to be concerned about.
Are you pointing it out too? I'm ever since you said, did you hear that? Attention to you.
Then I guess I would look over at you, Big Tune, and be like, you hear that at that time? It sounds like it's getting closer. What killed these dwarves again?
I think that was a Yeti.
Yeah, that checks. I think that checks out. I think we should maybe move.
Unfortunately, I can't hear anything because I have small man here talking well, not in my ear, but near my ear.
I'm very loudly
Doesn't
and
work.
excitedly talking.
Does the rest of the party hear that she's saying that the Yetis are coming, or a Yeti is coming?
One if I land.
Anybody who's, I would say, for sure, those of you who haven't done who aren't investigating the cart, so it would be Bictune, Atina, and Athros would have probably heard her concern. But I would say after the second time, she's probably got everybody's attention.
Yeah, I'm now stopped. The quill stopped writing. Oh.
Well,
Do you think we could like tame it? I look over at
I-
Arini.
I would then look over at the dead bodies collecting in a pile.
Okay, that's
I'm
fair.
I'm not much in the business of taming things.
But if we could, and we
I
could
would still
use.
probably try to kill it.
Okay, fair. All right.
Whatever it is, if it is the said Yeti, it's getting closer and it's moving faster.
Well, I definitely will with my whatever side Ono is not on, grab with that arm, pull my sword out and start.
Oh, I'm on the cart now, so I've
Okay.
exited your body.
I would point to the general direction. He said northwest. Be like, somewhere over there.
And I kind of just I'm just holding it, not like in a defensive stance necessarily, but just like ready to go, whichever way.
How far away is this
said-
target right now?
He said 200 feet-ish.
And that was after the
I
first
was-
straw. The second one felt closer.
So then I
Um,
would definitely.
Our sight line because the
Nice.
snow. Right?
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
Sorry.
So it's still not in our sight line due to the snow, right?
If people want to, they can roll perception checks once again, I would say.
I use this time to suggest outwardly, Big Tuna Athros probably in the front. Arini and Ibran, you might want to stay somewhere relatively close. I try to get under the cart and kind of get full coverage and hide. But I want to, if it's snowed up where I can't see at least the brim of the valley's edge, then I'm kind of gonna just tuck in as best as I can, like 3/4 cover.
By the sled or by the wagon?
Under the, I've been investigating the wagon where. Wait, the wagon has the ingots, right?
The sled has the ingots.
Okay, so then yeah, the sled. I'm gonna, because I'm sitting on the sled right now, screwing around with that. So I'm gonna try to, if the sled is amicable to my body size for me to get under, or it's more advantageous to be behind it, I'm gonna take. If I can get full coverage, I'll take it. If I can only get 3/4 or half, I'll take that either.
Okay.
So I can't see it yet. I'm assuming due to my roll.
I would ready in action and fire a bow at its throat, an arrow at its throat.
Okay, when it enters your line of sight.
Yeah, because I have a short bow, so that's 180, 320 feet that I can fire it.
As
I rolled pretty good for perception, so I hope I see it.
as
So
please continue. I interrupted you.
no, you're fine. I'm just trying to, as far as that goes, it's like a game mechanic sense. That 180 to 320, if I understand properly, that's anything outside of 5 feet up to 180 is normal, and then from 180 to 320 would be at disadvantage. right?
Disadvantage.
Correct.
Okay, just making sure I'm understanding the mechanics.
So all of you, as you're looking around, you still cannot see anything across this white terrain. If it's approaching, it's blending in quite well. But as you're, gathering up your, preparing what you're going to do, Ono kind of getting ready, hunkering down by this sled here, you hear it roar once more, this time within about 100 feet.
Ooh,
So
okay.
everyone hears it this time?
Everyone hears it this time.
I
And-
would like to roar back when I get the moment.
Is it daytime or nighttime right now?
It is dim light, but it is during the day.
I pull one of my wrenches out and band of brothers pop it on top of a small snow mound and aim it in the direction of the roar and prepare a firebolt.
Okay.
Yeah, I still want to fire an arrow right at the roar, aiming what would assuming be like the neck.
Okay. So you're gonna fire an arrow in the direction of the roar, since you cannot see the creature yet?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, I do have dark vision up to 120, so that's why I asked if it's light or dim light.
Yeah, it is dim light with the snow falling right now. Your visibility is at about 100 feet. So your vision is limited to 100 feet. That does include Aethros with his dark vision because it's not the dim light, it's the snow terrain.
I mutter under my breath, I really need to learn Fairy Fire.
You hear a second roar coming from the opposite direction, the direction of the wagon that you had all walked past to get to this sled.
Guys, I
And
think there's more than one.
They seem to be communicating with each other. I want everybody to roll perception checks one more time.
Okay. Can I roar? Like.
Oh yeah, if you want to roar back at them, you are more than welcome to roar back at them.
Jesus. I mean, I guess it does stand. It does fit my character to not like snow and not want to sneak. Want to be able to sneak. See.
So, after that second roar, would you say you'd understand that they were talking to each other?
Ooh.
You would feel. Irini, roll a nature check.
Ooh.
Haven't had to worry about those for a little while.
As far as my roar, I mean, I guess I'm not necessarily trying to intimidate them because I can't see them yet. But roll a performance check. I want to know how good my.
Okay, if you want to know how good your roar is, yeah, roll a performance check for me.
Whether you actually roar or you just let out a little
straight up Simba.
So, I would have fired my arrow before the second roar behind us happened. Did I hit my target?
Make an attack roll with disadvantage.
So am I going inventory attack?
Good lord.
Second breakfast you belched. That's your gassy.
I was like.
Yeah, you don't feel as though that the arrow had made purchase on anything. It seemed to fly off into the snow. Let me see. You hear them roar again.
On the second roar, I would
I guess
put my short bow away and pull out my daggers.
Okay. Big Tune, your roar was definitely a belch from this morning. And Irini, you could confer that they are probably communicating and talking to each other.
Okay, then I'm gonna use comprehend languages.
Yo! Let's go, Rini!
Yeah, they don't happen to be talking in Leonin.
You do not understand them, so you do not think they would. Hold on here. I feel like.
I mean, she's
kind
Understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear.
Yeah, and
Is
then
that a language though?
she's kind of an animal based, so even if they are speaking a breed specific language, she should still as part animal recognize that, and still the spell should carry. Please God, please.
My only concern
Yeah,
is
okay.
Hell yeah.
Is that it's
Okay.
more of like a
You wanna?
somebody trying
There
to
you
listen
go.
to a
Thank you.
song.
I was waiting until the okay to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, Rini.
Every
And
time. I
don't
don't know why I
say
keep
there's
saying
no
character.
Sylvan.
Well, no, because if this is like a Yeti or like another breed of a beast,
Oh.
it could be like a breed specific language that they
Okay.
know. They don't necessarily need to speak like any kind of alternative language, unless they're sentient. Then
Mhm. Okay.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Please be
Okay,
specific.
so as I don't know why I keep saying character 1 on the side. I thought I fixed that. I was very confident I fixed that, but that's a story for another day. Irina, you cast comprehend languages, and you listen in on the Rars going back and forth, and they're getting closer as they're talking. Like at this point, you can't see them, but you feel as though they're within about 60 feet of you, on either side. You can kind of hear one of them sounds a bit larger than the other, the one coming from the northwest, almost like barking an order of go around the back. We'll catch them off guard. I'm quite hungry. And then you hear the other one from behind, almost uttering like, I mean, in a form of a yell. I'm not going to yell it out. Moving around the back. They still do not seem to see us.
Okay. Then I would turn to the team, go, okay, one coming around the back. They're hungry. They don't think we know about them.
Can you roar back and tell them to like fuck off?
Can I start perceiving the snow? Because obviously I can't see them approach, but can I perceive like dents in the snow approaching us?
Let's see. How did you roll for your perception?
Investigate, perceive, I don't care.
I want, just because it's been another moment in time, I want everybody to roll perception checks once again.
He really wants us to see him.
I want to see if you can. If you guys physically cannot see them. Oh my god.
I'm guiding
I
myself.
got a 19 on my last one.
You did, but they rolled higher on stealth.
Okay.
Arini! Yes!
Where's my...
Has
Thanks,
that
got
double
blocked.
check mark?
Let's go. These are
Okay.
big numbers across the board.
My rolls are getting
sure.
worse.
Does it look like Atina can see anything? Like, does
That's a good call. I didn't have her roll a perception check this last
Is
time.
she keying in on anything? Because she's got to have some kind of like magical sight or something.
Yeah, so Atina and Irini, the two of you, damn, I cannot believe how good they were rolling on stealth that whole time. I'm so sorry. But also not, whatever.
No, my blood's pumping. This is great.
Okay, so I'm going to give you guys access to the battle map.
Yes! Let's go!
She's going down.
Let's go! Arini, knock out back-to-back rolls.
So it should be Winter Battlefield is the new map if you would like to venture your way over there.
Oh,
That was so fast, oh my god. Yes, anyway, sorry.
At this point,
Oh, it's pretty.
yo,
but obviously, above table, I heard you telling Irini that she was able to tell if one was bigger than the other, or that one was bigger than the other. Would any of us know that?
From
Just
the...
based
Would
on,
she
like,
have conveyed that info
or
to us?
or like the volume
That's-
of the roar or something?
I would say that you could tell that the one coming from the northwest would be a little bit bigger than the one coming from the east.
Okay.
That's trying to swoop around beside
I
you.
would
It seems to be there's
certainly-
two different sizes.
If I'm allowed to move my piece here, I would like to position myself to face towards that one,
Okay, towards the east.
towards the bigger of the two.
Okay, then it would be the one on the west. So it'd be the left-hand side.
Ebron,
so
you've
like-
already shot something, right?
kind of like over here.
He did, but he did not make
Yeah.
purchase. Okay.
I shout to Ebron real quick, and hopefully it'll probably be the first action because I feel like we're about to roll initiative. I'll be like, toss me a boom boom patter.
I'm gonna
Okay.
reluctantly look at him and then toss him one of my boom booms.
Okay, I would say that you, before things kick off, you have received one of the boom boom powders. Irini, I would say that you would be able. Well, I'm going to assume that you would tell the party because I'm sure you don't want to fight them alone. And Atina would see the other one with her perception. Unveiling now.
So I'm in a decent enough spot.
You see two Yetis should be within your field of vision at this time, or it might not be within everyone's field of vision, depending on how far your vision stretches.
Oh yeah, I'm in there.
Ugly guy.
Okay. And let's see if I can get everyone to roll initiative.
I've got 60 feet of dark vision.
And then Ono should still have the advantage from my what was it? The vigilant plus.
Divine, yeah.
Yeah, I can see. I should be able to see both of them. If they.
No, you get an advantage on your initiative roll.
Oh no. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Are we rolling it right now, God?
Yes.
I would like you to
Oh,
roll
Jesus.
initiative.
Oh jeez.
Oh, I got a decent one.
Where's my initiative?
Nice. Oh boy.
And then I just gotta roll it again.
Oh,
Unless-
right. I'll reset your initiative.
Where is it again? I always forget where this one is.
You can go into the little swords menu from the top.
Try it
right.
again, Ono.
Okay.
Little swords menu.
It's the second one right next to the chat.
Okay.
Oh,
the-
okay, I
in the-
see it now.
That was
Thank
a
you.
much better roll.
I will take that.
Where am I? There I am.
Oh, there you go.
No.
Oh, despite seeing them, you
Oof.
don't want to react.
I am not ready to fight them. I see them though.
All right. So, I'm,
All the way down the battlefield for once.
for one, it's a pretty good spread of people. It's great. And my people didn't go last, so that makes me feel even better. Anyway, I guess first up would be Ono. As you see these, the two Yetis have been pointed out to you now within your line of sight. Within what, about 30, 45 feet of
Ish.
the entire party at the sled. What would you like to do?
So from my field of vision, since I am kind of with Bictune on my west side and Aethros on my right with okay. I know my back is covered on my west side, so yeah, I lean in and I'm going to hold on, I got a target here. Gonna target that dude. And yeah, I'm firing a firebolt at that target.
Okay.
Is there two people stacked up in that square there?
Oh god, that's probably the best roll I've had ever.
Okay. Yeah. So you cast off your. I don't know why it didn't. For some reason, some of these aren't posting directly to everybody else. But yes. So as you roll your firebolt and you fire it off at this Yeti, you are able to make purchase.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll for damage as it lets off a shriek. In a
Hell yeah.
upset state.
So yeah, I still am brandishing basically like a wrench and holding it like a rifle at this point, like, and just here it comes, and yes.
Ace. Which one did
Very
you hit?
nice.
The one in the east?
I took the east side.
Okay.
Glorious.
Oh man, heck yeah.
All right, yeah. As your bolt hits purchase, you feel it make like the most impact that you've seen this entire time traveling with the party, other than on Cephic's dead corpse. And you, as it makes purchase, you see that part of its fur kind of lights on fire, and it has to like brush it out in like a panic. Oh no, I want you to make a perception check, just
Hell yeah.
as you're finishing this attack.
Gladly.
Is there a way that you can distinguish which Yeti is the
what
east and the
is
west?
Yeah. I'll add a marker to him.
So yeah, I've got like tool bared down, like I'm firing off a gun. I'm like, I really got to make something cool with this. What is going on with that? What?
How's that?
What do I? Yeah.
How's that? He's red and he's not.
Oh yeah! Heck yeah!
Actually, I'm gonna change the opacity on that quick.
Well, just for like order, because it goes oh no Yeti, and then there's like Yeti. I didn't know if you could put like Yeti East, Yeti West.
I don't know if we wouldn't know yet.
Yeah, we wouldn't know. I'm
Also,
guessing
if you
at
put
this
your
point.
cursor over the character, it will highlight them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that too.
Okay. You see that it looks like the Yeti itself is afraid of the fire. They appear to have some form of distaste towards fire and flames.
Oh, I get a big smile. They hate the flames, and I say it with fervent vigor. And that I think might be. I'm gonna hold my position. I'm not moving.
Okay. Did I start the encounter? Did I not start the encounter? One sec.
Yeah, so me, Aethros, Big Tune, Ibrin, Arini, and then we're just gonna hopefully figure out in the nicest way possible where they're about to smash and grab us.
Of course, when I want my taskbar to disappear, it doesn't want to disappear for me, so I can't do my combat stuff.
No!
You tell it.
Listen, combat stuff. You really need. I mean, you get it together, combat stuff.
There we go. Okay.
Hey.
Okay, that'll bring it to our first Yeti's turn. And
Ooh.
Irini, since you can hear what they're saying, it would let out a billowing roar and a couple of grunts saying to go for the small one.
Oh, fuck.
And would begin to make its move as it rushes towards the cart.
Would I be able to yell that out to them immediately?
Did she ever tell them to fuck off like I requested?
She's kind of busy.
I don't know if she did. I would say, yeah, I would say you could use your a free action to yell up to 6 seconds worth of whatever they're saying.
Okay, as soon as I heard them say that, I'd say they're going for oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh, no.
All right, the first thing they're going to do
This
is they're going to hold on.
God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
How does that stand for any time I hear them communicate?
I would say you could do it once per round because they'll communicate on their turn specifically, so you could choose one to communicate or you could communicate it on your turn.
It does. The spell lasts an hour.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so she'll be able to hear what they're saying the entire combat. And it's
It
not
just matter
concentration.
whether I can tell them.
Right. Because of
say.
how D&D vocal turn economy works.
Yeah. The fun part about this is it's more of a role-playing spell and not a attack economy spell. So it doesn't require your concentration.
All right. It's going to run up to Big Tune. And you see as it runs up to you its eyes appear this more menacing glowing red, and as they flicker almost with like this like burst of anger and frustration, you feel for a moment a slight chill come over you. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Does he get advantage considering I'm within 5 feet of him?
He does not.
I hopefully should not need it. My rolls have been poo-poo all night.
Oh, no.
Okay.
That's with a +5.
Let's see, this is where I'm still running into issues that I haven't troubleshooted. Big Tune, you take 11 points of cold damage.
Oh.
And you are paralyzed.
Oh,
No!
Okay. And it's going to make a claw attack against you
oh.
after paralyzing you.
Silvery barbs.
Okay, so now it's rolled with disadvantage.
Yeah. And you got to take the lower of the two rolls, yeah, essentially. Let me burn that real quick. And I'm giving advantage to Big Tune on his next ability check roll.
Okay, hold up. So if it's disadvantage...
You magically distract the triggering creature, turns momentary uncertainty. Choose different creature you see within range. I can choose myself if I want to. You have a Big Tune would have advantage on the next attack, ability check, or saving throw roll it makes within a minute. And you have to, the triggering creature, which is you, must make a re-roll the d20 and use whatever the lower of the two is. So
Oh man, it's not disadvantage, it's just you have to re-roll your attack and take the lowest. Oh my god, that's so crazy. I love it.
Silvery Barbs is nasty.
I love it. Okay.
So yeah, as soon as Big Tune, I see him freeze up, and this monster goes for his swing. I immediately like about face, and with my like what looks like a set of nuts and bolts, I flick, and they turn into like a wire whip of silver metal with like blue and pink outline, and I smack the Yeti. Hopefully it works, but with the echo of arcane energy, you feel a semblance of advantage to you, Victoon.
Okay, so yeah, as he's frozen in place there with the paralysis, the Yeti, you see it twinge as you distract it, and its claw attack misses Big Toon's body, rolling went from a 24 to a 13. So more power to you. But after shaking that off, shaking his head a little bit, he's going to make one more claw attack against Big Toon.
That's fine. I got one, bud. I'm sorry.
Does a 17 hit Big Toon?
Fortunately,
Damn it.
Okay.
wait a minute. Oh no,
what's your
I'm
AC?
paralyzed. It does not matter. It does not matter. It's just never mind. Don't matter. I'm paralyzed. Still, right?
Yep, you are still, as of
Okay.
right now, paralyzed. You can roll a saving throw for that. Let's see, where does it say?
No, that's fine.
At the end of each of your turns.
That's fine. No, that's not what I was concerned with. One of my maneuvers involves a missed melee attack, but I can't
You're
do anything about it. Yeah, no, that is
frozen with fear. The first
just,
one,
yeah,
wide swing. Oh.
just barely.
You take... Oh, no.
It took some more damage off of me, that's for sure.
So every paralyzed attack is a critical hit within 5 feet. So
Sweet.
you technically take... I rolled it because I don't have the critical hits set up correctly yet. I was going to do that and I forgot. You take technically 17 points of damage.
Oh, I'm down. Man. I'm absolutely down.
And its last thing that it's going to do on its turn is it's going to begin trying to grab Big Toon, but it won't be able to make that grapple this turn. So anybody who's within feet, everybody would be able to see if they're focused on him. This Yeti trying to grab Big Toon.
Rap.
And that'll be his turn. Rap. Which brings us to Athros.
Yeah.
They just changed Athros' plan.
Yeah, you really did.
Just run with it. Live your life.
I'll be honest.
Live your life.
There's things that I wasn't expecting, but I'm not going to go into that till after.
He was not expecting me reactions.
Okay,
That's
question.
3 TPKs.
Would grabbing someone be Wait, no, I couldn't do that. Never mind. Okay, as my action, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity. So where am I? So 30 feet on me.
Okay.
So set my holy symbol. So it's considered dim light within the circle or the sphere. Lasts for 1 minute. And then whenever a creature, including me, ends its turn in the sphere, I can grant it one of the following benefits: either a D6 of temporary hit points, or I can end a charmed or frightened effect. I can choose the creatures, so obviously I'm not going to choose the Yetis, but choose all my allies. Basically, at the end of everyone's turn, they get a D6 of temporary hit points. So that's my action.
It's a D6 plus 3, right?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, plus my cleric
This is
level.
plus your cleric level, yeah.
Yeah.
So D6 plus 3.
Yeah.
So that's my action. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to use Healing Word. Or Big Tune.
Oh.
Gotta select.
Okay.
Big plays. Big plays.
I need it because I can partially heal myself.
So I gotta roll.
See if it does it for me. It does.
Ooh.
Sweet. Beautiful.
Hit
Yo.
point.
Athros!
So how does that affect my...
So the way I I mean, if you're questioning what I think you're questioning, I do not believe you are still paralyzed because you lost consciousness.
Right?
Yeah.
that's-
But the way Silvery Barbs works, from what I can read, is that you should still get the effect of Silvery Barbs because you didn't die.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you
It's
have to
still
do
within
things,
a
you
minute.
still have that
I still have an
advantage on that
advantage.
roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
On your next
Cool.
attack, ability check, or saving throw roll. I'm so glad you didn't have to burn that on a death saving throw, bro.
Right.
And then also on the end of everyone's turn, they get a d6 plus 3 temporary hit points. So this is gonna be the end of my turn. So I'm trying to think, where do I?
It should be there's a temporary underneath your hit points. You can add temp hit points there.
Also have to roll the.
Wait.
Yeah. Just do a situational d6 roll and then just
Yeah.
add the +3. Hell yeah.
So we
7.
get 7.
No, I get 7. So at the end of your turn, you
Yeah.
roll, everyone.
Oh,
rolls.
I would roll. Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I had
Well,
one
this is
temp
just-
HP. I don't know why that was. That was not from before either. Like.
Okay.
What?
So that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Athros, what's up?
That's gonna bring us. So Athros, yeah, you cast this this dome of even dimmer light over the party, and yeah, at the end of everyone's turn, minus the Yetis, they can gain the hit points, and then you're able to cast off. What would you say to Big Toon to help him get up off the ground?
Get up, bro.
And that's all the inspiration you needed as Big Toon. You feel yourself fueled with life. It might not be as much life as you had before, the Yeti staring you down, but it's enough. As you are able to get yourself up, that'll bring us to Big Toon's turn.
Alrighty.
Hell yeah, dude.
Very helpful. Okay, so I think first and foremost here, I'm going to use my bonus action and use my second wind because I need some more help.
Okay.
You have auto blast damage? Trust safely.
That is
Yeah.
very helpful.
You'll love to
Hell
see
yeah.
it.
It's still young.
He just roars and like his wounds seal up with like a burning sear.
I just feel like he lets out a roar and like does the weird anime muscle tense thing where like he just
Yeah.
forces
Yeah.
his body to like stop bleeding.
Your blood boils and cauterizes the wound.
All right.
The rage in your body cauterizes your wounds.
As I stand back up, I'm going to take my greatsword and attempt to unleash it upon him. And I'll get advantage on that then, right?
Yes.
Sweet. Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh.
You love to see it.
So, okay. So, because I hit him, it's going to be a menacing attack. So I'm going to use one of my superiority dice. which-
Okay. I don't think I have him added yet.
No, it's fine.
Maybe I did. I don't remember.
I see combat superiority, so I would just probably take one use away from that then, right?
Yeah, do that because I should roll a die for you too then right away, I believe.
Okay. Because then with that, then I'm attempting to frighten the target. So I add the die to the attack's damage roll. Okay, and then target must make a wisdom saving throw. Just roll that there. Use this other formula.
Okay. So
So that adds to my crit damage then, by the sounds of it.
okay. So it does.
Okay.
For your crit damage, before we forget. Oh
Mhm.
my god, keep getting Discord notification. Not a bad thing, not a bad thing. I want you to roll as if you were doing standard damage, and we're going to apply. I'll worry about applying the full damage.
Okay,
Just
so
because
roll a normal roll.
roll normal roll, and then it's essentially max damage one die rolled plus your D8, or plus your 8, I should say, of damage.
Okay.
And
So,
then
just ignore that critical hit button then.
yeah, ignore the critical hit, but I don't have it fixed yet. All right, so that is 10 plus 12 plus 8, that's 30. Is my math right?
But you should also be
Yeah.
doubling. You double all the dice, correct? So you'd be doubling the combat superiority dice.
Oh, no, that's true. That's true. Just like smites, I would say that one goes too. So it's another 8, so it'd be 36.
Yeah.
So 36 damage, and you said you had to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, and that would be saving throw. It is 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my strength mod. So my modifier for strength is 2. So it's 10 plus. What's my proficiency bonus?
Plus 2.
Okay, so what?
12.
14 then, right?
Okay, as you... It says 36. 1 second, I gotta do math.
I would say, is it even alive, first and foremost?
Big Tim goes from being downed, gains 20 health, and deals 36 damage.
And he's still going to get an extra d6 plus 3 temporary health at the end of his turn.
Yeah. You're going to go from down to 29 health to just being like, hey, you done fucked up here, boy.
So, the Yeti, in its overall menacing appearance, you managed to really gash him open across his chest, from like shoulder across his torso down to like the base of his hip. And as you do so, it looks into your eyes, and you feel this overwhelming rage, as not from itself, but from you being knocked down, and it feels the tables turning as it fails its wisdom saving throw.
So now it is frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
How is it looking?
It's not looking great. You managed to cut deep.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to drop an action surge and swing at it again.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead. Roll for damage. Or whatever you're going to do. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just double check here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just normal damage.
That's so fucking close to a crit, dude. Let's go, Nick. Let's go.
All right. So it did an additional 6 damage.
Someone's TV is getting picked up.
I think it's
I don't know if
next.
you guys can hear it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second.
All right. Were you adding anything else to that at all, or is that the extent of your attack? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, is it a solid 6 damage?
It should be. I didn't use anything else, so.
Yeah, that'll just be the 6.
Okay, awesome. As you bring your sword down, you guys share this menacing moment. You bring your sword back up across its chest, the opposite direction, making a cool, yet not nearly as embedded X-shaped pattern across his torso, the training that you're familiar with from the Strong Shield clan itself, as an efficient way to bring down an enemy. You see it's still standing, but it is looking very worse for wear.
Okay, and then just as a free action, not as like, because it's already frightened, I can't double frighten it, I'm pretty sure, right?
Correct.
Super frightened.
Yeah, then I'm just going to roar at it and then just.
I want you to make a.
Not great.
No, make that with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give yourself another one.
I think, guys. Jesus Christ. Well, on a bright side, bud, I think just real quick, I think you broke your own personal record for most damage in one turn. Just FYI.
Yeah, I think he did too.
Yeah, you went from, I think your highest damage last time we had an encounter was like 34 damage in one round, and you just did 42 points of damage. So, golf clap to you, kitty.
You don't anger the kitty.
Yo!
Want that on a novelty shirt.
Don't anger the kitty.
And then should I roll the something keeps giving me these temp HP. Just
Yeah,
keeps,
Ben's
yeah, Ben's-
Nicholas's ability.
it's just random though. Like it just keeps changing the number.
Oh.
So like it
Yeah, I
went
don't-
from 1, and then it was 6, and then it was 5, and now it's 4.
Ah,
Oh.
wrong.
that's interesting. I'll have to look at
So
that.
should I just roll the 1d6 and then add the 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Oops.
Yeah, mine hasn't changed at all for the temp HP.
Yes. 9 HP, baby.
Keep it.
Are you at full health now?
With the temp HP, technically, yes.
Hell yeah.
Technically,
Okay.
I'm
From 0 to
overhealed.
29.
Yeah, I'm overhealed at this point.
Mhm.
But yes, that would be the end of my turn.
Okay.
I'm just remembering the video you showed of a certain movie coming out next year. That's all I just imagined your guy right now, Nick.
All right, that's gonna bring us to the second Yeti.
Aha. East or west? East Yeti?
East Yeti,
Okay.
who's going to run up to
The one you set
party.
on fire.
Okay, that'll be about as far as he's gonna get. And he's going to attack Athros.
Come at you, bro.
Alright, first thing he's going to do before he makes his official attack.
He has to take it with disadvantage. Just FYI. Because I think you know.
Right. Wait,
Because I set him aflame with a firebolt, right?
you are correct.
So anything, I think, yeah, he's got some kind of disadvantage, so something to that effect. I can't remember if you're using.
I think it's for until your turn. He has disadvantage on everything.
Yeah, disadvantage on attack and ability checks. I think.
Okay, oh yeah, attack rolls and ability checks.
Ouch.
If you're using an unaltered monster manual Yeti, just
Yeah.
The first thing he's going to do is, as he's running up to Athros, he's going to try to look him in the eyes and give off that chilling glare once
Athos
again.
glares him back, right back at him.
Athros, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
yes.
Does
As
that mean
you
the
are-
Yeti tilts his head too?
You cock your head off
contact
to
with
the
him.
side like you're the Rock.
As you are unaffected by this glare, he is going to, as he makes his final approach, he's going to run up to you and attempt to attack you with disadvantage.
AC 18, just so you know.
As you are able to nimbly dodge out of the way or parry it with like your hammer, he is not able to make purchase. He's going to make one more attack against you. And is once again unable to make purchase, as you are able to kind of dodge out of the way of his attacks. They're being a little more rigid than the other Yeti, as he's seemingly struggling with the fire that Ono had embedded on his body before. And that's really about all he's going to be able to do this turn. He was not doing too great, but better off than the other one.
Yeah.
Which will bring us to Ebrin.
Ebron kind of remembers what Ono was saying earlier, and if it would really be the best move right now. So, above table, Fairy Fire itself, if I were to cast that, am I able to still do something else with Cunning action, or does that use my entire turn?
It's just a single action that it uses. You'd
Yeah.
still have your bonus action and movement, But you won't be able to like make an attack. I don't think you have anything that lets you attack with just a bonus action.
Mm.
And,
At that point, I would move my character past Big Tune and behind the Yeti he was attacking and jump to stab him in the back with my dagger and then use my cunning action to stab him with my second dagger.
Cunning action itself doesn't do the second dagger.
Oh,
it would
it's
just
just
be
a-
a bonus action secondary
Two-weapon
attack.
fight.
Yeah, two-weapon fighting. So, go ahead and make your first attack roll.
Gotta pull my card back up. Attack roll or standard roll? Sorry.
It would be an attack roll, and since you are flanking, you would have advantage on that attack roll. Alright, that'll hit.
Then you should get a sneak attack damage.
your weapon is named Mom's
I'm
Dagger.
gonna say, can you change the name of it to Mom's Spaghetti?
Are your
And then
knees
that's-
weak? Are you nervous?
Sneak attack would be 1d4, right?
No, it should be a D.
2d6 for you right now.
Oh.
You get one of those per round, unless you take levels in Scout, I think.
999 D900.
Alright, let me look once.
Well, boy,
Alright,
he's not
alright,
good.
Ibrin, you are... How would you like to do this?
Let's go!
Tell him the eyes.
Ooh. Can I partner my execution? Since I jumped up and stabbed him in the back,
Tabletop.
if I'm able to partner this, I want to use that momentum to have him fall down, Big Tune hold his greatsword, and his head just go right on Big Tune's greatsword and decapitates his head.
Oh, I was gonna say something, but yes.
Okay. Absolutely, you can do that.
So I'm basically, Big Tune, grab your greatsword, hold it up. Shove my other dagger in his back, pushing the momentum of the Yeti, aiming its head, and then jumping off in time to make sure I don't get hit. And with Big Tune's sword being held up, it's going to decapitate the Yeti, and then it's just going to roll and look dead straight in its other Yeti's eyes, if possible.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, as you are able to, Big Tune's greatsword is, with that swift motion, able to decapitate said Yeti, who was not doing too hot in the first place. You're able to give a glance, a stern glance over at the Yeti across the sled. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn there, Mr. Ibrin?
Can I still use cunning action?
You
Or is
still,
that it?
since you finished it with the first dagger strike, you would still have your bonus action available.
I am going to use my bonus action, grab the head, get closer to the other Yeti, and just kind of hold it up at the other Yeti, kind of like intimidating it.
Okay. You can roll an intimidation check.
Do I get advantage because I have a...
I will give you
Decapitated
advantage.
Yeti head?
I will give you advantage with the decapitated Yeti head. Words I never thought I would say in one sentence. As you return to your position, waving the head of its comrade, the larger of the two Yeti, mind you, in front of it, while you don't feel that it is frightened. You know what? Let me check.
It knows its place. Is he skirt?
While you don't feel that he's frightened, you feel that you've struck a nerve, and it's unsure of how to feel about that situation.
Is that Yeti reacting verbally? And if so, does Arini hear what they're saying?
Ooh.
The Yeti
Because
with
if there's some reaction,
yeah, for a period, a couple of seconds here, since combat is only a few seconds at a time. It lets out this. It's quiet initially, but it lets out this like mighty roar, and you, Irini, would hear it as "fuck" in Yeti, of course.
In Yeti, of course.
Whatever their terminology for the word "fuck" is, you would feel that it's saying that right now.
Irini, what did it say?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He didn't say anything PG, I'll tell you that.
Well, tell it it's next, motherfucker. But say it like that one guy in that one movie.
I shout from from below the car. She can't respond. She can only understand.
As it brings it to, I assume, Irini's turn.
Ebron can get the temporary hit points at the end of his
Oh
turn.
yeah, that's true.
Oh,
You would get a d6 plus 3, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
The glass cannon actually gets more hit points.
I'm right here. I'm doing fine. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I have the lowest hit points out of anybody.
I know.
You're just the glass right now.
You're just the glass, but you definitely were a sharp piece of glass at the moment. So
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
So 6 total.
Yeah, see, it changes it every time there's like an action. I think it's basically off of your roll, Ben, because you got 4, right?
Yeah, I got 4.
Yeah, it keeps changing it back to 4 for me.
I wonder if maybe Ben has to roll it for every one of us, or if maybe it's like
Or
in
if
the
it's just
programming.
persistent. Or if it's like
Like
if
it's
it's a persistent-
persistently rolling it for us.
yeah.
Maybe. But
Like,
mine
it's
hasn't been
his
changed.
roll of like, that's what I'm
I've-
saying. It's like his roll of 4 maybe is for all of us.
Right.
Is anyone else has been changing?
No, mine has not been changing. I have no alteration on mine.
Hmm.
But then again, I wonder if it's because Bictune technically.
Oh,
Well, no, because I'm.
I'm still targeting Bictune. That's why when I healed him, I'm wondering if
Yeah.
that's why it's still.
I was gonna say it's either because Bictune is after you, and he's the last person you cast a spell. But yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense what you're saying.
How do I stop targeting you? There, now it's targeting me. Let's see if that changes anything.
If it doesn't, then I'm wondering if it's. I have theories about it that I'll test later if that's not the case.
Okay.
Ebron, is there anything else you were doing, or is it Irini's turn now?
It should be Irini's, because the last thing that you're going to do on your turn is get the temporary.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
Irini,
definitely, yeah.
you're up, my lady.
Get a girl, get a girl.
I don't have much to do to him. What? Go.
You could make him not do things for next round.
That is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna cast Hold Person on him.
Ooh, wait, is she smart enough to know that?
Yeah, you would be smart enough to know that Yetis are not considered humanoid, so your spell won't be able to take hold.
Oh, dun, dun.
Oh,
So
okay.
before you waste it.
Yeah, we caught that just in time. Just saying.
Okay, then can I cast Command on it since that doesn't specify humanoid?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast Command for him to halt.
Yes.
Let's see. Not the one with the skull on it. Okay. Did I do it right?
Yes, yes, you did. I love that it prompted me. That was so satisfying. So yeah, as you look over at this large hulking beast, you feel yourself seeing Bictune go down and then come back up, and then the action that's going on. You feel very, very good about being able to help the party destroy this thing. And you look over at this creature and you yell, "Halt!" or however you would word it, and you see it tense up as it failed its saving throw.
Oh, yes.
I have never had that much luck with the spell Command.
Yeah.
You've gotten it to land 3 out of 4 times you've used it so far.
Arena.
Like, more power to you.
Yo, Rini cannot be messed with right now.
Okay.
I'm like silently fist pumping right now.
Then I guess. Like, who's up next? Aethros?
It'll be
Or-
Atina.
Oh no,
It should be.
Atina.
Wait, no, it should be Atina or the Yeti.
No,
Because
it's Tatina and then you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Atina, then you. Okay, then
oh yeah, that's
I'm
right.
gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Atina.
Okay.
Can I do those on the same?
Yes.
It's a bonus action, yeah. Dual execution. Yeah, you guys. This is literally the scythe. You guys did the what's it called? Killer bee maneuver.
Bardic
Oh,
The lariat.
Inspiration.
double lariat, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so she gains a D6 of inspiration.
Hell yes.
Okay. Then that's all.
Okay. 1 second.
Then at the end of your turn, you get the D6 temporary hit points.
How do I do that?
Type it in the
Just
chat,
add
slash-
six and-
Yeah,
Yeah.
slash roll 1d6.
Just slash roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, down in the chat down there.
Do I
Yeah.
have to put a space?
Yes.
Space between the roll and the 1d6.
Okay.
Oh, come on, it didn't stick.
Hell yeah.
Oh, 8 total temporary hit points.
Just
Okay.
keep an eye on your temp HP.
Yeah.
So I
Under-
add it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
on your plus or yeah, plus temp.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't change.
Yeah, mine hasn't changed.
That's fine.
Pardon myself. Has yours still changed?
Nope, it's good now. So I'm sure it's probably just 'cause
So it
you're
must be
targeting
tied to
it,
you
but-
targeting, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just in case.
Okay. So Atina is going to take a step back. So weird being the DM. I love it. Anyway. All right. She's going to. I gotta verify that whole fear of fire thing one more time just to make sure. I know what it does. I just want to make sure that I'm not crazy on something. Okay, attack rolls and ability checks.
Oh, for the fear of fire thing, yeah.
Yep, just making sure that
Sick.
I didn't miss something. Okay, so she's gonna take a step back, and you see her utter a prayer, a small prayer to herself as she summons ice to her hand, and she's going to, with an ice-based spell, make an attack against the Yeti. Feeling very confident about the spell itself.
Oh, she's a little. She may be. Oh, okay. She's got. Okay. She's pretty, but she's not smart.
All right, as she has to roll for damage. Oh wow, that was like nothing. Okay, you see that even though the Yeti has very thick fur, that the spell that she cast out, this burst of frost energy, has made purchase on the beast itself, overcoming its immunity to cold damage. But the damage doesn't seem to be as significant as what she would have liked, and she seems slightly disappointed. I thought that would do more. And then brings it back to Ono's turn.
All right, very well. All right, I turn on my heels, make sure that I'm standing where point blank. He is right on top of us. Yeah, firebolt straight to the face. Yeah. I question. I clutch the gunpowder and I say, "No, I want this. I want to keep this hide." Yeah, straight firebolt to the dome.
All right, go for it.
Shkabloosh. Yes.
All right. Go ahead and roll for damage.
I'll take that. That's cool.
As the Yeti gets blasted with another bolt of energy, it itself appearing to all of you definitely not doing too hot. He kind of turns to brush off the fire once more. Can't do much else beyond that since he can't make any attacks against any of you.
I am going to use that opportunity. This is going to be a bad idea. I don't care. I will take my shot. Move. How do I move again? I got to take off select token. There he is. And I'm going to move to click here, and I will take the attack of opportunity, but he's got to do it at a disadvantage.
He can't even make an attack of opportunity
Oh!
because of command.
Oh, that's right!
Oh,
Yes!
Goated.
So yeah, I confidently, as I back away, wincing for the hit, hoping to not have to cast my reaction, I go, "Oh, Arini, you're a queen!" And I prance back behind Arini.
And you were able to do so with no issues.
Yes.
I want a high five.
High five.
Oh yeah, you can high five.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My free action is a high five my girl Arini. Hi.
Hell yeah.
Oh, both of you should make a sleight of hand check. I want to see how much purchase this high five makes in your movement.
100%.
You got it.
You know what? As our hands make purchase, I'm casting guidance if you'll let me. Because this is so ridiculous if you let me.
Yeah, sure, why not? I
Yeah,
don't even care this time.
Add a situational D4, Arini.
24.
Yo.
This is the greatest high five of all time, maybe.
Oh, this is like the echo. There's sparkles of magic that come off of it.
That's like the one where you freeze midair and you're just freeze framed.
It's like
Literally,
straight up like 80s like Baywatch.
I'm pulling it straight out of an episode of Gem, and like we're just freeze frame with pink and blue glitter around us.
And it is glorious as your high five echoes throughout the valley.
Hell yeah.
All right.
And words of the Yeti. Fuck.
Yeah, right.
Anything else you want to do on your turn, oh no?
No, I smile giddily and look at my family and how amazing we are right now.
And you can take your temporary hit points
Oh
if you
yeah,
wish.
that's right. Situational D6. What is that? That's what's it? Roll D6. 1d6.
1d6. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
damn
you
it.
need the slash.
Yeah, damn it. I did it wrong. Sorry.
I love the zoom.
I know. Hi guys, look at me say,
Zoom
God
it.
forsake it. Is it on the other side?
Slash
Other side.
slash roll.
Slash roll. 1d6.
Flash roll. There it is. We'll get it right.
That was like the very first encounter we had when Ben lost audio.
I will take my 4 temp HP. It's fine. Sick.
It's all good.
Happily. Yeah.
Oh, see, it changed mine again.
Are you targeting? Whom? I'm targeting.
All right, I have an idea. I'm gonna see if I can fix.
Change.
It just changed,
Yours is broken.
apparently.
You're broken,
I
babe.
don't-
I think it's because when I think I know why yours was changing and nobody else's was. It's because
It's
you
just
also
like-
had you were the only other person who had the effect of Twilight's Blessing
Yeah, I see
on
that,
you.
yeah.
So it was adding it that way. It was like
Okay.
changing the temp HP and temp HP don't stack. So that's
Okay.
why it was a constant different number. I think.
I
We'll
mean,
see if it
that's-
changes continuing again. Because if it still does, then I gotta figure out what's going on. But I think
Yeah,
that was.
on
why.
this one we'll see. Yeah, because I just changed it one last time.
I want
and
this
now
to
it's-
work
the effect's
beautifully.
off me.
Okay. That brings us to Aethros' turn.
All right. So now realizing that this Yeti can't move, I am going to cast Fairy Fire on it. Oh, that should work. And since he has to make a dex save, but he can't move because he's halted, would he even get a dex save?
All right, time to look up the command spell again.
Because looking at the halt,
like
it
a
says the
paragraph.
target doesn't move and takes no actions.
Yeah.
Flying creature stays aloft and provided that it is able to do so. It must move to stay aloft. It flies the minimum distance needed to remain in the area.
But since he's not flying, he's just chilling.
Yeah. He doesn't move and takes no actions. I don't know. Maybe disadvantage on a save.
Well, it is 1 round, so technically, on
No,
their
it's not her. It's not her turn again yet, though.
yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So technically, it is still halted. So sorry.
Until her turn.
Until the end of Emily's turn.
Second paragraph.
I would argue that saves, especially when they're not supposed to be able to take actions. I'm just thinking of like for the monks, like the stun condition, how like they can't do anything on their turn, but they can still take saves technically.
Yeah,
I think it would be a disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, it's
But
already a disadvantage because of the fear of fire. Because it should still be
Ability checks and attack rolls.
Yeah. Sorry,
Right.
that's my bad. I should have said that first up front. Yeah. So it's got disadvantage regardless.
But regardless, he failed his save, so
Okay. So now he's lit up, or the next.
he's lit up even more than the fire on his fur.
And he'll have advantage on all attacks against him.
Yes.
Bonus action, not gonna do anything. So then I guess I get temporary hit points at the end of the turn. It doesn't add, but I think it just replaces.
Correct. It just replaces your temp HP. I do not have a fancy thing for being lit up with fairy fire, so we're just gonna choose that one, even though it says it's for stunned.
That's cool. Still looks dope.
All right. So that brings us to the end of Aethros' turn, which means it's Big Toon's Strong Shield.
Okay.
Let's go.
Head on over towards this guy here. We'll go dig back to the well and swing the greatsword at him.
All right, with advantage.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Not great. Hang on.
Hanging.
Yeah, superiority.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Precision attack, which allows me to add my superiority die to the roll after the attack, or before or after the attack, but before any of the effects of the attack.
Okay. You may add that to your attack if you wish.
Close off again.
Would Big Toon be in tune enough to know if that hit he just tossed before he casts his superiority die, would he notice that it connected or did not?
I would say that for doing his superiority die, I envision it as like he's mid swing when he feels whether or not he would need to, and in this instance,
the effects.
Right. Hold on. I want to make sure. So is it before I tell you whether or not it hit, or is it a...
Correct.
Yeah. Same
Before,
like Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, because it specifically says you can use this maneuver before or after making the attack roll, but before any effects of the attack are applied. So I would assume that's before you tell me whether or not it hits.
Before God says it, but then I'm implying whether or not you're smart enough to know whether or not your hit connected or not. And I'm seeing if God could judge that.
Currently looking at my maneuvers to make sure that I'm not crazy.
Sure.
Maybe only a little crazy.
I mean, that's half the fun.
That's normal, though.
I mean, for
If
our
you're not
family.
a little, if you're not a little crazy, why are you here?
Yeah. I
So you
feel
can
like,
make it after you make the attack roll. It doesn't specify that, like, you... I don't know. I feel like for things like this... I don't know, because it doesn't say, like, before you know the result. It says before effects are applied. So you could argue that could mean a bunch of different things. Like, if you're applying, like, you know...
No, that's fine. I will go with whatever your ruling is. That's just...
Well, because...
That was my interpretation of it, was, like, I roll and then realize, oh, I don't know if I like that roll.
Right.
And then
But
I could use
is
it.
your character smart enough to recognize whether or not it actually connected before you need to do that or not? is what I'm arguing. Because what if you actually hit his AC?
Right. No, I understand what you're saying.
But I get
guess
what
I
you're
was kinda
saying
think-
about.
I was kind of thinking of it the same way that Dakota was thinking of it, where it's like, since it's before, quote unquote, before the effects, that I just like I don't know what's happening yet. You know, like he said, like mid swing or even pre swing, I guess technically.
Yeah.
But whatever your ruling is, Dakota, I'm more than fine.
I'm gonna say that
Your judgment, God.
I think
you need.
without breaking the game, I think mid swing would do it.
When I think you would need to roll it before I tell you whether or not it hit.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You didn't say anything. I don't remember you saying anything, did you?
No, I didn't say
He
anything
is
yet.
not.
Okay. Because that's why I said hold on right away, because I was like,
Because really,
So-
it's basically like your comfort in the attack. Like your mid swing,
exactly,
you're feeling uneasy on whether or not it'll hit. You don't know if it will, but you want to
Correct.
add that extra oomph to make sure
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah, that's kind of what my thought was too.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it followed that similar lines to like the cutting words and stuff like that from bards and stuff like
Okay.
along those
All right.
lines.
Then yeah, I would like to use precision attack.
Go for it.
Oops. Okay.
Bam.
All right, with that additional +4, it will hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Stick it to him, kitty. Yes.
All right, as you bring your sword across its chest, cutting through some of the areas where Ono had previously burnt the Yeti itself, you feel your attack definitely makes purchase, taking a huge gouge out of into a section of its body as you slash your sword.
Hear us.
Anything else you want to do?
Roar at him. Scream in his face.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess I can do that. I will. Boy, my roars have not been going so hot today, but I'll try
Nah,
to
but this is
intimidate
it.
him with the roar.
This is the moment.
Alright,
This is it.
Roll a performance check for me.
Performance or intimidation, since I'm actually trying to scare him.
If you're trying to scare him, then go for intimidation.
Okay.
Come on, let this be the nat 20. Roll a crit. Oh, wow, that's pretty
Better.
good.
Your
That's
roar
way
is
better.
significantly better than it has been the last couple times you've been trying.
Finally got the frog out of my throat.
He does not appear frightened, but he is wavering in his confidence.
He recognizes your power, kitty.
I mean, yeah. In fairness, he probably saw what.
He
did
said
too.
fuck.
to
I
his buddy,
mean-
yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
jarred.
And then Ebron just finishing him off like that.
We finishing him off.
Well, it was your attack that would have likely killed him.
Teamwork.
And then I would have just sliced its dead head off.
I wrote on my notes, kills Yeti for 15 damage with Bictoon on his turn. So it was a team kill. In my eyes.
I don't need to re-roll that thing, do I? The divine divinity, whatever.
Yeah. You should
I
be
did-
re-rolling it every turn.
Okay, so then I would replace what I had last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
I was expecting
guys
us
are
to take a
crushing
little
it.
more damage.
I
Right?
was fully expecting that too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Round 1 was crazy.
I gotta.
Yeah.
I was considering whether I was even going to get a
Yes,
turn.
don't change it.
That's fair. All right, that'll bring us to the Yeti's turn, who is very overstimulated in a bunch of different ways. But the problem is, if I'm remembering correctly, he can't do anything. So his turn
Yeah.
is
Shit.
his turn is. Can I move take
not,
no
yeah.
actions? And that is until your follow the command on its next turn. Okay, yeah, Yeti, he's just hanging out. So, just small grunts to himself, very unsure of what to do, but also can't do anything. Very unintelligible. As Ebron, it is now your turn.
So I'm gonna move one step closer to Big Tune. I'm gonna place the other Yeti's head down in the snow, kind of nuzzling it and aiming it right up at the other Yeti. I'm like, hey, Big Tune, we're gonna do the same thing again, all right? I'm going to then flank behind the Yeti, jump on its back, and stab it with one of my daggers again.
Okay. I would like you to make your attack, sir. You'll have advantage for multiple different sources, but you only get one stack of advantage.
Attack. Advantage.
All right. Roll for damage. And if you would like, apply your 2d6 sneak attack.
Mom's
Of
spaghetti.
course I would like.
Knees are getting weak.
Yes.
All right. Let's see once. All right, Ibrin. How would you like to do it this time?
Let's go.
I'm gonna already have told Big Tune to put your sword back up. I'm gonna yell, Big Tune, incoming!
Is he
Repeat
close?
again!
Holy, yo, he is right on the other side.
I'm stabbing him with my other dagger, forcing his body down, as I imagine Big Tune just having his sword center mass, just turns it a little bit to the left, aiming his head right at the sword, hopping off, and decapping this Yeti. And as he gets decapitated, his head rolls perfectly right next to the other one, and they're both looking right at each other with their mouths open.
Okay. Instead of me describing that all over again,
That's it.
that is exactly what happens. As the head, hold on, I'm gonna just in general just calculate the it rolling right next to each other for just giggles.
Just for giggles. Yeah.
It doesn't exactly face 100%. They don't exactly face each other, but it's close enough that you feel like it was what you were intending. As the inlet that you're in right now grows quiet once again, the dim light. How long does that last? Is that just for 1 minute, or is that for?
I believe it's 1 minute.
Okay. After a little while here. Well, actually, no. At this point, I would say combat is over. As this rest of this minute plays out, is there anything anybody like? Never mind. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Sorry, it's been a long day.
You're good, brother.
Combat at this point is going to be over, which will return us to our normal. That was weird. Normal state here as the valley or the inlet that you're in grows quiet once again. The Yetis being slain, their heads laying next to each other, their bodies on opposite sides of this sled.
Okay, I definitely do my best to dissect one so that we can obtain the fur from at least one good one. That's what we're gonna try, and then the next one, we're gonna try to get some Yeti food. We're getting Yeti meat here. So,
I'll give you
My guy
guidance.
would.
yes.
Chen has head.
My guy would bring both heads with us.
Arini, do you want to give me a hand and help me like cut this thing open and try to get this fur off?
Sure, whatever you need.
Are you
Can I
gonna be
roll?
skinning the Yeti?
Yeah, I'm gonna skin the first
Get in the
Yeti.
Yeti.
So if Arini's helping me, giving me the help action, and I'm getting guidance from Athros, I'm going to try to. Would you like a sleight of hand check, or would you like how would you like for me to do this?
I'm thinking once. I would say either sleight of hand or survival. Your choice.
They're both the same. I will do sleight of
While
hand.
they're doing that, can I get the fur and skin the other one? Because that was actually my original goal.
Well, I'm skinning one right now.
Yeah, I
Doing my
wanna
best.
So if
skin
you
the other
wanna-
one.
If you want to
Well,
do the other one, it would be the same thing. Either a sleight of hand or survival check. Your choice.
Hey, look at that.
Beautiful. And it'll take you a couple of minutes. Upwards of at most maybe 15 to 20, given the rolls of that one, because there's a lot of skin. Unless you're just going for a section and that's it. But if you're trying to skin the entire Yeti, it'll take you about 20 minutes to skin that.
We're definitely going for the full Monty. I'm trying to collect a small sample of blood between the two Yetis, and then trying to carve out some meat. Hopefully we have 2 Yeti hides and like a couple pounds of Yeti meat, and we're gonna. We should eat, guys. I don't know.
So, can I have the big Yeti then?
I think we should mount the heads of the Yetis like on the rim of the area, because I don't know if moving this cart around. We should go look for the rest of the iron. Do we
Use
move
it like
the
a
cart?
car mount on the sled.
Oh my god, Arini, that's an amazing idea. Put it on the front. I'm gonna tinker it with it.
Well, I wanted to make sure we got the heads back to the Garn and Elza for their fallen kin to show that we avenged them.
I got an idea.
I'm just gonna take my big Yeti skin and kind of put that in my bag then. So you guys got the little Yeti, I got the big Yeti.
Well, no, put it in the cart because it's still kind of. I mean, we could clean it and stuff, and I still have to prepare it for like cure it and stuff.
I want everybody. Oh, hold on. I'll request these separately because it matters. So never mind. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Oh God. Okay. So I make the suggestion to put it in the cart because we are gonna need to eventually. We're gonna have to like fill this cart back up with the remainder of the like 200 and some odd pieces of ingot. But I have an idea. And can we put both of the Yeti heads propped on either corner of the front of this cart, and I will find a way to attach it, and then anytime we need to use this cart when we eventually get it running, I believe one of us has the light spell. Can we use eyeballs as the light source to turn them into headlights?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh dear God.
I'm sorry.
That's fantastic.
I'm so sorry. Yes. I totally do that.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why that wouldn't be physically possible.
Rough. Yeah, I'm too busy laughing about this to pay attention to anything else.
Nope. Actually, Athros, yours should be with advantage before I forget. I did that
Or
wrong.
what was this?
I believe I. Oh, did I not give you? I'll do it again. Just ignore.
Could I say, in lieu of my roll, could I go ahead and make a tinkering check because I'm more focused.
If you're focused
on
on that, then yes,
Yeah.
I will give you this ability.
Yes, I gotta do that. Fuck! Come on. All right. No, I probably shouldn't use wire. I need to use rope, and I've poked through one of their cheeks, and I'm realizing very quickly that if I keep going, I'm gonna damage it and won't look very good. So I'm just gonna stop for a second. All right, we gotta mount this. I'll figure something out. This is a great idea, though.
All right. I want. For some reason, it didn't go through. Athros, I want you to make a perception check with advantage.
Okay.
I kept trying, and for some reason, it wasn't going. So my bad.
Yo, there it is.
All right. Athros and Atina. While everybody's focused on skinning the Yetis and making headlights out of their eyeballs.
I mean, they're definitely.
Yeah,
what are you doing, Big Tune?
well, I don't know if you want to say what I think you're about to say out loud, or if I mean, yeah, just
Helpful.
I'm doing something, but I don't know.
Okay, I'll just send Athros the message.
Okay.
Atina knows what's going on.
Are you abusing that dead Yeti?
No.
Ew.
He's not a monster.
Is there
As both Yetis are
there-
skinned, Big Tune's just slowly
there-
stabbing one with a great sword. That's
is there
about
any way that I
You
can
thought-
do what
you
you need
thought.
me to do, Dakota, blindly?
You should be able to do a private private roll,
Okay.
under the options and just send it to me. I think it's like a private GM roll or something.
Yeah, under the public roll tab.
And then click on what I need to click on, or type it manually.
Just type it manually for me. I
Okay.
think that should work.
And
Or actually, maybe I can't remember. I can't remember if you just change it from public to private. if
Yeah,
it'll automatically default it to me.
Well, here, why don't I just do a different check?
Okay, well, let's do a test once. I want to see. I want to see what you get.
I'll just do this one just for funsies. Did that show for any of you guys?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay, there you go.
Darn it.
Bam.
I need to know. This is very important.
All right,
I
and it's
heard the
just a
dice
standard
roll.
check, right?
Yeah. Standard check.
Beautiful.
You are able to recover. Let me roll it. You recover 2. You recover 2 health.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
Hey.
good.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so you're. Oh no, it's struggling over here. Oh my gosh.
I'm consumed. As soon as Athros lit up the eyeballs, I'm outward laughing. I'm giggling. I'm giggling, laughing maniacally. Like this is too much. I'm having a ball. I'm like playing around at this point. I'm like, yeah. I think if
Wait.
anything, I'm doing stupidly. I'm probably doing like gentle bursts of ray of frost to kind of freeze the heads to the corner of this cart. But I'm just too busy laughing to really. I'm excited. I'm on cloud 9 right now.
So are both heads on this thing, or am I allowed to keep one?
I
Well,
want to return both to Garn and Elza.
Well, yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm just saying, can I carry one with me, or are they both going on this sled like I heard a moment ago?
Well, they're both lit up right now.
Yeah, I definitely have one on the sled. So the one Ebron was screwing around with, I've
Well-
placed on the corner of the sled I'm closest to.
My intention was to pick one up right away, but that's fine.
I mean, you have the other one if you'd like. I'm not going to stop you. But
No.
I made the outward suggestion, put them both on the front.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was paying attention to other things. So I didn't hear officially what everybody decided.
Are you
If
nibbling?
everybody wants that, I'm fine with that.
There's blood on his face.
I will relinquish my head, or not have picked it up in the first place, I guess, technically.
I
If
don't think it
that's what-
matters.
I just need to know, because for inventory purposes,
Yeah,
I'm fine if y'all want to put it on the front of the sled. I think it's fun.
It's going on the sled.
it's going on the sled.
That's
Athros
fine.
has grabbed it
Sled,
from your
sled.
hand, I assume. And yeah, as soon as Athros puts it on the corner, I ray of frost it and freeze it to the sled.
That was good.
It is frozen.
Hell yeah! We got headlights now, guys.
Whoop whoop.
All right, so this is awesome. We just murked this. We need to salvage some Yeti meat off of that. I mean, we can replenish rations right here. We can have a nice meal. Suggestions. We press forward without the cart to see where the remainder of the iron ingots are. This has become kind of base camp. Or we find a way to at least get this cart up to the ridge right now, and then go ahead and try to at least recover the ingot. Anybody?
Question.
Love it.
How long does minor illusion last?
1 minute, I believe.
Only 1 minute? Okay, then never mind.
Why? What's up?
Because I was going to say I could, like, disguise the cart while we're gone.
Oh, okay.
But if it only lasts a minute, that won't work.
Well, okay, wait. So we technically have. This is why I was suggesting Ebron don't put it in his pouch. We technically have 2 Yeti hides. I'm not saying this is gonna work, but I bet like dollars to donuts, like we could put them and kind of pseudo cover the cart, at least in the meantime. And we can kind of mark the cart, at least whatever would be a visual side, so that way at least we know where it is. Maybe, I don't know. If we're worried about somebody or anything messing with this cart.
Doesn't matter to me.
Well, how many ingots are in the car right now?
I graffiti on the side of the cart with my quill.
Okay, what are you trying to graffiti?
Oh no, was here.
100%. No. I smugly smile, and in just in case, yeah, in 4 different languages, I write broken, very bold in like neon blue and pink, like arcane ink, and I disapparate my quill and I go, perfect. Cover up the cart. Anybody who messes with this, whatever, no big deal. At least if it kind of, I kind of like look at it from a couple different angles, and I'll tell you in a second. And like I look and make it see like if at least I can see the glow of it, because it technically my arcane ink glows a kind of like a faint bluish pink, and it doesn't technically do anything. It's like that until I dispel it.
Yeah, I would say it has a slight glow to it. Something that you would see when you're close up, but maybe not super far away.
Right. So at least we, if it gets kind of covered, at least we might see a glow of it. At least know that it's still here. If it's not, meh, whatever. If anybody can read this, the side of the 4 different languages I wrote it on here, then maybe they'll just take the hint. I don't know. But I think we should find the rest. And currently we're sitting on 50 ingots. And hold on, you're saying so much. I'm trying to get there. We have 50 ingots. How many do we need from 290 some odd ingots?
37?
Yeah, we need 37 some odd ingots. I think I did the math. I don't know if I wrote it down on my page. Yeah. Yeah, 287. So yeah, 287 minus 50. We're 237 right now. How far can you? What do you mean? What does that mean? Say it out
So,
loud.
like, can I make a perception check? Do we see ingots just kind of laying around the cart? Or, like, how far can we see right now with the weather and what kind of weather conditions we have? Or is that just a passive thing?
You can see. I mean, with the weather the way it is, you can see out to about 100 feet. Pretty okay. With the wind coming down from the valley and the snow that's falling, it's not insanely heavy, but it's heavy enough that it's obscuring your vision. That's about as far as what you'll be able to see. Passive perception, you can see you don't see any ingots, at least within your current vision, that are like scattered on the ground. You see that there were footprints by the small sled, or like at least trenches in the snow, and then 2 large sets of tracks heading off in the northwestern direction.
So what I'm saying is, before we initially leave the cart, we all go where those tracks are. Like the first person stops at 50 feet, then the group goes another 50 feet, and then the group goes like another 50 feet. And if we start seeing the ingots, then we can essentially just kind of toss them down the line and put them on the cart that way versus all of us going and
For what
seeing.
it's worth, they're roughly 12.5 pounds each.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a muscle thing.
Yeah, that's not like oh, we can just toss it 50 feet at each other. This is like, I mean,
I'm strong, but I don't think I'm not gonna be that strong. Especially any one of us hucking an ice cold ingot at each other.
like I think
I hope you catch
a
it.
person I would hypothetically be able to
100%.
throw it that far, but that's about it.
Yeah, I grabbed the parchment that I initially sent it like the dog and the crane, and dispel the arcane writing on it, and I set up another dog and place it right on top of the cart. I'll at least know if the dog barks. I will magically hear the dog bark, and it'll get triggered if anything weird happens to approach this cart. So that's one thing.
How far does your dog have distance for range?
It's kind of, it's kind of limitless in a weird way. So I don't need it to move. It literally is. As soon as I finish like folding this, and like you see me do the last like crease on the corner, it kind of glows like my bluish pink arcane color, and then stands at attention. And I kind of look at it and I go, "All right, sit," and it just plops its butt down on the corner of the cart. Next to one of the heads, or on top of one of the heads, And I kind of point at it and it goes, it's not going to move. It doesn't need to do anything. And if anything hostile comes toward it, it's going to bark and I'll be magically triggered. And at least we know that something's screwing around with the cart.
Or can you create 237 of them and send them out to go get the ingots and
Yeah, I
then bring them
definitely
back?
cannot. I definitely cannot do that.
A piece of paper hearing that.
And it's also a piece of paper, yeah.
It is an
Yeah.
origami dog.
Yeah, Bubby.
Hey,
like my
It's
magic.
origami. This stuff is strong.
No, you're
to a
right. It's
point.
absolutely strong. I believe in this magic, but it has limits,
you
buddy.
send
it's,
out-
it's
Can you send out scouts? That way they're
I-
working with us.
Nah, the
finding
best I
it?
can do. The best I can do is if I already know the location of something. Wait a second. That's a good idea. Oh, Ebrin. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. And so I take the other piece of paper that I sent and I take a few minutes to begin to fold and like my hands are working super quick and you see me put right next to on the ledge of the cart and it looks like a tiny little samurai. And I go, get out of here. And you watch it. Yeah, and you watch it like little toy soldier and run
Just
off
really-
in the direction of
annoying.
whatever nearest building there is. It says samurai has a
That's the
movement
whole
speed of 5 feet. I can mentally direct the samurai to move. The samurai always points his sword in the direction of the nearest castle or fort. I'm hoping God will stretch that because if there is a structure that is holding this ingot, you should see my samurai within the next second kind of instantaneously point its sword. If it doesn't do anything,
I
then
guess you could technically still point it because the nearest one could be 1,000 miles away, but we wouldn't know.
maybe. I mean, yeah, I'm shrugging at this because this is literally the 4th time I'm cast this spell, so I'm
Okay.
learning every second here on this one, guys. Also, did we search within the general area of the valley to just maybe see maybe they got knocked out of the cart?
I think so, yeah.
Or
I
what
know.
about those giant tracks we were following before?
Yeah,
Well,
there was
the-
more tracks going northward, I believe, away
Yeah.
from
Were
both
those the Yeti
cart and the
tracks?
sled.
Because there's this cart and then there's a smaller sled, right?
Yeah, I
So
believe
there's-
that
I should see if I can get rid of the fog of war so you can see the whole battlefield, right?
I'm gonna look at Big Tune. Aren't you exhausted? Are you fully healed?
yeah, I'm also not anywhere near you guys.
Okay, so the way
Oh,
the
shit.
battlefield, yeah. So there was a big wagon, and then there was the sled. So you guys were all fighting around the sled, but there was a
Cool.
larger wagon that the sled came from, and that we found like the arm and the blood bath.
Oh, okay. And we
Is that-
haven't messed with that. We've only been messing with this.
Yeah, correct. I mean, like Aethros walked over to investigate the blood earlier, but that was really about the extent of what you had, and that's where you sent your origami to before, and that's where you found the
Okay.
arm. So
Okay. My bad.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but you did say there was a pair of track or like some sort of tracks heading away from both of these from the sled, like
they were.
almost kind of indicating like something was messing with the sled and moving away.
Correct. There was like 2 deep sets of tracks that are running parallel to each other, like heavy, beaten down. Like you could almost recognize them as some form of wheel that are parallel, traveling away northwest of here from the sled. The area around the sled was beaten down, like snow-wise. It was more compact than everywhere else. Seemingly that something was here investigating the sled and then took off northwest. Oh no, as you make your little samurai, you see that your samurai sword points upward toward the Dwarven Valley itself, which it contradicts where the wheels are going, or the
Okay.
tracks are going, if that helps you in any way.
Okay. So we're getting 2 different directions. That's cool. I actually love that. Conflicting information is great. Okay,
So
so
those tracks are clearly not Yeti tracks, right?
The
No.
tracks
If
that
they
are
were- If
venturing...
they were going towards the northwest and that's where they came from.
So, when you guys came
Coincidence?
down the hillside, there was the set of tracks, which at this point you would recognize as they were Yeti tracks before,
Okay.
and then like the herd of deer. And then
they were
these
tracking
tracks,
the deer.
they were tracking the deer, and then these tracks that you see are just essentially two parallel lines of either skis or wheels that are heading off in a different direction that had stopped at this sled.
Okay.
Right. So we see
Got
the initial. So okay. So I understand the big sled, big cart had the capability of this weird little sled we're sitting next to, which is holding 50 ingots.
The sled is holding 50 ingots.
Okay. And this little cart that we're next to is kind of barren with just weird shit in it.
Oh, I thought
No,
you're all standing
we're
next to the sled.
right next.
Okay.
So
The
the-
cart is the big one. back
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
The
all
wagon
right.
is there's a wagon off on the side, and you
Yeah,
are
that's-
you are by the sled, and the sled
Right.
has 50 ingots on it.
Okay, so this is not our mode of transportation. Flark.
No, it's
Okay,
the big
I gotta
one.
move these head. We gotta move these heads to the other thing because that's our dream machine. So yeah, let's migrate over there, and then I guess get these carts, this cart over to the main cart, and then full assessment of that thing, because we checked only this small one, right?
I believe so.
Okay, so then we need to go to the big cart. Because maybe we're just being silly and like, hey, this is the 50 that some weird thing happenstance because they could only get 50 and maybe they were going to run away with the 50 and they just decided to bail. And maybe that big cart actually has the remainder because we're not screwing, we're just screwing around. I walk over there.
Okay.
Can I do an investigation check? Kind of just seeing if there's fallen ingots or any that we get once we get over there.
Yeah, you can roll an investigation. Big Tune, make a con check.
Gross. I wasted all my talent for the deal beheadings.
Feel good for now.
You're good for now.
Are you making any grunty
Abram?
noise, Big Tune? You okay?
What? Yeah.
Are, like,
I'm alright right now.
do you wince at that con check? Do we notice him wincing or anything?
I'm not near you guys. I am nowhere near you guys right now.
Yeah, he took off over by the wagon earlier.
All right.
I am.
So,
Yeah.
you
Long before you guys were even.
Ibran, you don't see like ingots strewn about between the sled and the wagon. There's not really much to distinguish other than this wagon itself, as you make your way over there, seems to be meant for hauling merchandise versus people.
Okay. Okay. What to do?
What
But
are you guys going to do?
I mean, like,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
at a loss for, like, okay, so the cart is, like, the cart, that's what Ebron sees?
Yeah. Did you also roll? I didn't see.
No,
see
I
if you
haven't rolled an investigation check. I
Okay.
guess I'll do it.
If you want to, yeah, it's
Yeah, I'll
totally
do
up
one.
to you.
Because I want to approach this bigger cart, and I just want to do a full thing. I'm going to guide myself real quick.
Go for it.
Yeah, I want to do a full top to bottom of this cart.
Okay. So the cart itself, as you approach, you see that the wheels where this wagon are, on the very bottom of them, there are skis that are below the wheels, so it appears to be meant for traversing the wintry weather a bit more. You see that inside, it's pretty barren with the exception of maybe 2 seats for co-riders guarding merchandise, and the seat where like the driver of the carriage would be. Looking around the immediate area, you don't see any stray ingots hanging out alongside the wagon. The wagon itself does not appear to be destroyed in any way. It appears that whatever happened with the Yeti and Ubak must have happened after the cart
Like,
stopped or separated. But it appears that this, you don't see anything out of place. Is there something specific that you're looking for as a whole?
Yeah. Since I know I can see it's in a good condition. It's set up for it's set up to be powered or pulled by a beast of burden, or is this like retrofit with something fancy that nobody else is seeing? I'm maybe like, who is that? Like, what is that?
It seems to be set up for 1 to 2 beasts of burden. It has the ability to work with 1 or 2. As far as what beasts they were using to pull it, you can't make that out. It appears that whenever this happened, it was at least a few days ago, if not longer. So there's no remnants of what kind of tracks they might have been.
Okay. And then I guess with the last thing, I could retrofit this to say forget the beast of burden and just turn the front bridle area into like a makeshift steering column wheel setup with what I have available with me. Yay, nay. Could I do it? Because I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Whether or not, like, I'm just thinking, like, can I do it right now? And can I just, like, I'm gonna hunker down while the rest of the group starts to scout? Or are we, like, you know, the decisions? I'm making outward plans right now. Like, I'm planning to our escape.
I want you, it sounds weird, I know. I want you to make a intelligence check with your Tinker Tools proficiency added to it.
Okay, so like a tinkering check, right?
Yeah, I guess just a tinkering check, yeah. Intelligence tinkering check.
Because, yeah, it is based off my intelligence. So, tinker check. Boop. Just a straight up normal roll.
Yes.
Bam. Holy God!
Oh,
There it is.
Oh, I'm in the zone, boys and girls.
He's
You
no
feel-
longer distracted by the illuminating Yeti eyes.
Well, we have a bigger cart. Now I'm looking at, like, this is it. The
You-
skeleton to our cart.
You feel very confident that you could find a way to retrofit a steering column onto this if you had the time to do so.
I know I have the time. Okay, I can totally make this work if we can get to the top of the hill and we shove it down the hill, because we're kind of on a slope that is technically we've been traveling upward, correct?
Correct.
So yes. So yeah, if we can get this to the top of this valley, then we're home free. But we need to find the ingots. I can fix this thing.
During
What do
this
you
time, is there anything that anybody else would like to do between Ono's investigation and deciding that he can fix this?
No.
Is Big Tune within our sight?
If the party is around the wagon, I would say Big Tune would be occasionally within people's eyesight, yes.
yeah, I'm just
I'm
kind
gonna
of
yell at him.
meandering.
I definitely
I'm gonna yell
holler
at him.
for you.
Are you good, bro? What are you doing?
I'm like,
Yeah,
Kitty,
bro.
look, this is what I can do. Come here, look at this.
You want me to? Okay. I'm just gonna-
Can Aethros cast sleep on him when we're more than 20 feet away from him to put him to rest or something?
We'll build a snow fort.
Big Tune, you're still good.
Or snowballs.
I have an idea. Like, if we're gonna hunker down here, I have an idea for us to make like an igloo real quick. But I mean, we need Big Tune. Big Tune, get over here. What are you doing?
Just checking things out. See
Alright,
what's
have
going
you-
on.
You,
Have you
Make sure I
approached
know
it?
what- there's no other threats.
as he's making his motions around, Atina would walk up to Ono.
What's that?
You
What's wrong?
do you remember the inn and the
Yeah, man. Great.
the mess that was made in my room?
Yeah. I mean,
You might-
it was not clean. It was clean when I got there. Not that I broke into your room after. Wait, what's going on? What's wrong?
At least this
Am I
time it won't.
close enough to
You might be able to
eavesdrop on
hide.
this?
Yeah, sure.
No.
At least at this
No.
time, it'll be outside and you can cover it with snow.
Oh, yeah. I look at Big Tune. Are you blushing with embarrassment and shame, bud?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I go.
You're holding it
She
together
is.
very well right now.
She is just straight lying about this.
I
Okay.
prestidigitate.
I know she's mad at me right now because I made a mess of her room.
Oh, there is no hostilities, my friend.
I prestidigitate your general area to make you clean if you
I
have or have not.
I have no idea what you're talking about. She
And
is
I
gold-faced lying right now.
Big Tune is doing great.
Yep.
I'm feeling fine and
I'm
dandy.
I'm sure of it. Is this like a thing? Like I look at Atina. Is this like a thing? Like in the next 10 or 20 minutes, he's gonna break out into a cold sweat and then dash off to the tree line?
I mean, I can't say that for certain because he seems to be a bit better this time than the last time, but he ingested a bit more, so it's hard to say.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
It'll be okay.
I mean,
As the party is having this this discussion, Big Tune denying everything of what's going on, and the party, building plans and recovering from a battle against the Yetis. I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
yes.
I have a visual note of add more Yetis, question mark, because I was not expecting that to play out the way that it did.
Okay.
Okay, but like
Loved
to
it.
be fair,
Oh, you guys were
if-
great.
if Big Tune doesn't roll the way he does, yeah, he
When
doesn't
you
get back
crit,
up.
when you crit, it is a bad day for who is on the other end of your steel.
I completely forgot that the superiority dice crit like smites do. So like in my mind, I was like, oh, this will be fine, and I was not expecting the extra 8. And
No, it's pretty much all damage dice.
All damage dice.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you have a weapon with acid on it, double that as well.
42 points in a round. You put the fear of all the gods in that Yeti.
Not only 42 points in a round, but 36 with one attack.
Yes.
that was such a great comeback too. Yeti takes him down. Big Tune, you what now?
Yeah. Like for
You what,
real.
mate?
Oh, hey, hold on. I wonder if the meme was freaking posted because it immediately reminded me of something.
You what, mate?
Holy crap. Just that and the clutch again. Like third time is the charm with Arini's friggin' command.
Fucking Big Tune in the dank memes.
I didn't hear no bell.
Yep, absolutely. 100%.
I think the best part though was with your temp HP, you were over your max HP.
I was over here.
Like you came back with a vengeance, and it was so great. But like, I'm just
How long
like,
does that temp HP last, by the way? Going to go.
I think it lasts like an hour.
I can't remember. Usually temp HP resets on rests. I don't know if this one's any different.
It might. Well, I think no, the spell effect lasts an hour, but I think the temp HP lasts until we use it or until we go take a long rest.
I was very happy. I'm still trying to figure out how in the world Irini gets so lucky with her commands.
Yo, for real.
How a boss ass bit.
That's true.
100%. 100%.
And then the fairy fire was also the big kicker too. But it was very, very good. I was very happy with how that was, even though I was really hoping to do more. I was so happy, like, oh man, this is going to be such a hard time. And then Big Tune comes back, and I'm like, this is not how this was supposed to go, but I love it anyway.
Yeah,
that
a minute
spreading
into
to
us.
me.
Yo, 100%. Also, a minute into us dissecting the Yetis, Ben's channel divinity